What's going on, everybody? David here, back with another travel live stream. I started a little early today. We have about 5 minutes, so we'll make sure everything is working properly. As soon as you guys come in, just let me know you're here by saying hello, and we will get started momentarily. So I have a few things that I want to talk about, but I'm going to start doing this where before I used to just say, okay, we're going to talk about this card, we're going to talk about that card. But now we're going to start just talking about whatever you guys want to talk about as far as cards. So the travel cards. So you guys let me know what travel award credit card you want to talk about, and then we'll talk about that for a little bit. And not only will it just be me putting my input in, but obviously we have other people here that can join in and give their input. Okay, so as you guys jump in, just say hello. What's going on, David? How you doing? And then we'll get started. We got about 5 minutes, and we'll make sure everything is working properly, and then we'll get going. So just let me know if you guys can hear me and everything is okay. The video looks fine. Just let me know all that good stuff. That way I'll know that I'm on the right track. One thing I hate is when I get in here and I start doing stuff, and then all of a sudden we have things that stop working or what have you. What's going on, David? Thanks for the super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate that very much. Let's see. Common Senseville. Okay, what is that? Senseville, USA. Okay, we're just gonna call you Common. All right. Thanks again. Thanks again, Dave, for the super chat. So I got 2 super chats for Dave. Let's see. Talk about the new ability to use Amex points to upgrade flights on 20 plus airlines. All right, we're gonna talk about a card. We're not gonna get into too much when it comes to the specifics of one card. I just kind of want to do like an overview, but instead of me just choosing the card, I want to kind of come out and offer it up to everyone. So once we get going in about 5 minutes, then we'll figure out what card we're going to talk about for today, and then we'll just talk about travel related stuff as well. So that's how we'll go about it. If you guys are in here, just let me know you're here by saying hello. Let's see, and everything looks like it's running properly, so we are set to go in about 3 minutes. We'll be live. Talk about the B of A travel card, $95 annual fee. Okay, that B of A one, which one is that one? I just want to pull up a couple of them, and then we'll pick one. You said the $95 annual fee, right? B of A. Yeah, we'll pick up a few, and then we'll just kind of do a consensus. Julio, what's going on, buddy? All right, let's see. Bank of America. I haven't done a card on Bank of America. Maybe one review that I did a video on, but very few cards on Bank of America. I don't really like the way like Wells Fargo, the Propel card, and the Bank of America cards. I don't really like the way they set their cards up. And I'm mainly looking for the good partners, the good transfer partners. So let's see here. What card are we talking about here? David? Just the travel rewards credit card? Is that the one you're talking about, or is it the premium? Let's see. Information here. Where's the annual fee on these cards? I don't even see that. Yeah, David, what you can do is send me a link to the one that you're talking about, and then I can go there. What's going on, Jeremy? How you doing? Yeah, Jeremy, what I did is I decided to change my live streams to 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. The main reason is I want to be able to catch people on the East Coast. So on Saturday, we're going to do it a little bit earlier, and then on Monday. So it's going to be Saturday and Monday. Those are going to be the 2 times. On Saturday, it's going to be 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and then on Monday, it's going to be 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So that's kind of how we're going to run that. Okay. The gray one, I don't know. I'm driving, not going to reply. Okay, I got you. So the gray one, that's, yeah, I see a dark gray one. The premium rewards card, that's probably the one you're talking about. And let's see. I'm just going to pull up some info on it, but. Okay, TSA pre-check. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Okay. All right, so if you guys are in the chat, just let me know you're here just by saying hello. Right now, I'm just trying to pull up some credit cards to talk about. I also want to talk about the Charles Schwab because I did sign up for that, the Charles Schwab card. And I'll tell you the reason why I signed up for it. The benefits of getting the Charles Schwab card. And let's see, let me get out of all this stuff here. And then we'll try to open this up here. Okay, so just bear with me. We'll be getting started momentarily. I just want to make sure I pull up the right card here. And things always run slow when you're trying to get through something quickly. Let's see. Come on. Where are we going now? Okay. My computer is very slow right now. Let's see. Come on. All right. Let's just click on that. Maybe that'll do it. Julio, you got the Charles Schwab Platinum TEC. The Charles Schwab high yield, whatever. I wanted to get the card for traveling. You can put money on the card, and then you don't have to pay any fees or anything like that. Or you actually pay the fees, but they reimburse you the fees when you use the ATM. So my usual routine basically is I will travel. I'll use my credit card as much as possible because there's no transaction fees, no foreign transaction fees. But I also want to have cash, and I don't want to always have to bring cash with me. So it would be nice just to have my cash, like transfer some money into the Charles Schwab account, have cash on that account. That way I can go to the ATM and I don't have to pay any fees or anything like that. So that was the whole reasoning behind it. I just applied yesterday, and so they gave me the confirmation, let me know that I did receive, or the account went through and everything. I just need to transfer money in, and once I transfer money in, then I'll be able to. They'll send me out the card. It's like a debit card basically, and then I can use that debit card when I travel. So I'm planning on a trip out of the country in August. So at that time, then I'll be able to use it for the first time. But just thought I might mention it. It was very simple. I mean, you just go on there, just fill out the information online, and that was it. I mean, they kind of verify who you are by asking you a few questions, and that's it. And they'll once you put money in your account, then they'll send you out a card. Okay, let's see. Oh yeah, I want to do 1, 2, but every time I open an account, they close it due to my bad credit. Okay. Well, work on your credit, and maybe, that'll be possible, Julio. If you have any credit cards right now, that's going to help, as long as you're paying those credit cards off and all that good stuff. If you don't have any credit cards, start with like the credit cards that you have to, like the prepaid credit cards, I guess you can say, and then just work your way up. So hopefully that'll work out for you in the future. But definitely, I mean, credit is one of those things you don't want to mess it up. And if you do, you want to try to get it back on track just so you have opportunities, more opportunities. Creditors will what's the word I'm looking for? They will give you a shot at they'll give you different benefits. And I always say they'll give you a shot at the money or their money or whatever. I always look at it, and this might sound a little weird, but I look at it as like credit cards and like casinos the same kind of way. I put them on kind of the same level in the sense that if you go to a casino, and I don't know if you guys, I live right next to Las Vegas, not next to Las Vegas, but I live within driving distance, a short drive to Las Vegas. So plus I went to college in Las Vegas. So we used to always go and gamble. And when you go gamble, if you give them a shot at your money, they will give you benefits for that. And so credit cards to me are kind of similar in the sense that if you have good credit, you get these credit cards, they give you these bonuses and things because they're trying to obviously entice you into using the card. And if you use the card and then you don't pay it, pay it all up every month, then now you're giving them a shot at your money because they're taking your interest. So that's, I don't know. It's similar to me. It makes sense in my head. I don't know. We'll just leave it at that. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's pull up this card then. We'll pull up the Bank of America card and we'll go over that. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, please post it in the chat. And if you guys are in here, please hit the like button so we can get more and more people in here. I don't know. When I had my 7 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, seems like I was getting more people in the chat, or not in the chat, but just in the live stream. So we'll have to see. I'm going to give it kind of a trial and see if it works. If people are more inclined to come in at 7, then we might have to switch it back to 7. I just want to make sure everyone is here because usually I'm getting like twice as many people in right now, but for whatever reason I'm not. Maybe people aren't adjusted. They haven't adjusted to the new time yet, but we'll just kind of play it by ear. All right, let's pull this open so we can see so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. So this is the Bank of America card. Now, I'm not a big fan of Bank of America or Wells Fargo when it comes to cards. I like the Chase and American Express. They have some pretty solid foundations already when it comes to travel partners, and that's what I like. And the Citi card too, the Citi thank you points. So I like that they have that solid setup. So this Bank of America card I've never reviewed before. I haven't looked at it before, so this will be the first time. So I'll kind of go through it and I'll see some of the key points that I like, and then we'll go from there. Now, if you have this card, definitely if you have this card, please chime in and let me know what your experience has been. If you have more information than I have, I'm not going to know everything when it comes to this card. Like I said, this is the first time that I've looked at it. Then please chime in as well, and we'll go over it together. We might have people here that are interested in getting this card, so this would be a great opportunity for them to kind of see what I think and see what you guys think about the card and see if it's a good fit. Okay, so the first thing we're looking at, so this is the Bank of America Premium Rewards credit card. All right, so if you have a Bank of America account, maybe this is something that you'd be interested in getting. The first thing that I look at here is the annual fee. The annual fee on this card is $95. So $95 annual fee. Doesn't look like it's waived for the first year, so you do have to pay that up front. So that's that. This is a Visa Signature card. So just so you know, I always look at that. So Visa Signature, the different brandings of the Visa. So Visa, MasterCard, they all have these different little brandings. World Elite, MasterCard World Elite, Visa Infinity. So they have these different little taglines on the bottom of their logo. When it comes to the Visa logo, and they give you different benefits. Okay, so there are different things that you can get from the little information that's right below. So I always look at that as well. So we'll look at this card and see all the benefits that it offers. Okay, so $95 annual fee. It's not waived. We already know that. Now, bonus, 50,000 bonus points. That's after spending $3,000 within the first 90 days. So the first 3 months. So that's a value they're saying of $500. Okay. Now, if you look at other cards, so if you look at like an American Express card with the 50,000 point bonus, like I'm just comparing them, or if you look at a Chase Ultimate Reward or Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve with the 50,000 point bonus, you'll notice that value, when they say the value, it's usually higher. It's like the Chase is like $650 and so it's a little higher because they have a travel portal that you can go through. So you can go through their travel portal and you get a little bit of a bump. So it's not going to be pretty much the way I look at this 50,000 bonus points. If you get the 50,000 bonus points, it's worth $500. To me, that's a cashback. That's like a cashback offer. Okay, so that means that if I want to fly out somewhere and my ticket costs $500, well, then it's a wash. Whereas if I have 50,000 points on a Chase Sapphire Preferred or Chase Sapphire Reserve, and that those points can go further, I can purchase a ticket for $650. Worst case scenario. So that's the way I look at that. So you don't have travel partners with this account, with the Bank of America account. So you don't have anywhere to transfer your points, and that's even better with Chase and American Express and Citi. You can transfer your points to these different travel partners, and then that will allow you to go even further. So you can fly for 50,000 points. In some places, I can fly business class. So that's something to consider as well. You're not going to be able to fly business class for $500 usually, unless it's a real short flight. Okay. Earn unlimited points. 2 points for every dollar spent on travel and dining purchases. 1.5 points for all other purchases. Okay. So it's a little unique how they do this. So it's going to be 2 points for every dollar spent on your travel, your dining, and all that good stuff. So if you compare this card to like a Chase Sapphire Preferred, it's around the same value as far as points earned, right? But then you get a 1.5. So 1.5 is the low. So they don't go any lower than that. Some cards will go down to just 1 point for every dollar spent. You're not going to go any lower than 1.5 on this card, okay? So that's pretty good. Most cards, like I said, they will go down to 1. So because this doesn't go down to 1, that is pretty interesting there. Now, what do you do with those points? The value, like I said, you're only going to get, it's like a cashback value. So you're not going to really get anything extra. You're not going to have points that you can transfer to different partners or anything like that. So just take that under consideration. All right. Looking here, you have the travel statement credit, get up to $200 in combined airline incidentals and TSA pre-check global. Okay, so now is this, and I don't know this, so it says $200. So does that mean $200 for incidentals and TSA pre-check, or $200 for incidentals and you can get TSA pre-check on top of that? So that I don't know. And it's the way I'm reading this, it says get up to $200 in combined. So it's combined airline incidentals and travel. Okay, so I just answered my own question. So I don't know how I feel about that. Like, I guess if you really look at it, it's going to be incidentals, right? You're only going to get the TSA pre-check. It doesn't, or global entry. So TSA pre-check, global entry. You're only you have to do that once every 4.5 years or something like that, right? So that's only going to be a one-shot thing, and then you can have the card for another 4 years, and you don't have to worry about the global entry, okay, global entry TSA pre-check. And so that $200 credit for airline incidentals will be, you'll get that every year, which is interesting because the card is a $95 annual fee card, right? So if I can get $200 in credits, even if it's just incidentals, I can still use it for baggage or bag fees and all that kind of stuff. Then it makes sense to just have the card because you're not going to be paying anything out of pocket. As long as you travel, you'll be fine with getting your money back with the card. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Let's move on down here. We don't need to read all that. Okay, where are the other benefits? Where are the other benefits? Are there any other benefits? Show additional benefits. Here we go. Okay, airline incidentals. Okay, so here we go. You get $100 airline incidental statement credit annually for qualifying purchases. Okay, and then get the $100. So that's how they combine it there, and you're going to get that every 4 years. So in reality, you're only going to get $100 for the incidentals, which pays for the card though, right? It pays for the card. It's $95 annual fee card. So I don't know how you set it up, if it's like American Express where you have to designate a specific airline, or if they just apply it to any airline that you fly on. But you'll get that. So that will pay for itself. Now, what I would want to know is what other benefits are there out there that there has to be something more interesting for me to want to get this card. Let's see, earn extra reward bonuses. Okay, that's not anything interesting. 25% over. Okay, let's just read this real quick here. Okay, no expiration dates. That's good when it comes to the points. Travel insurance protection. Okay, you're going to get that with most cards. So you have a Visa Signature card, you're going to have the same benefits when it comes to the travel insurance and things like that. Low annual fee, $95 annually. But nothing that just looking at it, just breezing over it right now, there's nothing that really stands out to me. There's no real reason. Do I want to really waste a slot, like a 524 slot, if you want to look at it that way, to get this card? Because I'm not really going to get anything. The only real benefit, and it's really not a benefit because the value is $500, right? So all these points that I'm earning, I'm not going to be able to transfer them to any partners or anything like that. So, yeah. I don't like the card. Like I said, I don't like Bank of America cards. I don't like Wells Fargo cards. They just are not appealing to me at all. So that's just the way I feel about it. But let me know if you guys have a card, because what we're doing today is we're just going to review cards. So if you guys have a card in mind, we'll go ahead and review that. Just let me know in the chat. But this is definitely not one of those cards that I would really be jumping to get. It doesn't look like it's anything interesting. Let me know what you guys think in the chat too. You guys think it's a good card? Do you have the card? Do you like it for any reason? Let me know. But yeah, I don't know. Bank of America and Wells Fargo don't really do a good job. I know that Wells Fargo Propel card is out there, and I think I did a review of the card a while ago, but I don't have it. I have Wells Fargo Bank. I mean, I've been banking with Wells Fargo for forever, but I don't have that card. I have a lot of the other cards, other travel cards, but I don't have theirs. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to go into the chat now. So if you guys have anything interesting, like any card that you want to look at, we'll go ahead and look at that. Just give me a minute here, and we'll review it. But I want to go in the chat right now and see who's in here. If you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button just so people will see that we're doing a live stream and they'll jump in. And then we'll have more people in here to help out. And I always, like, if we do a card that you have, please chime in. Let me know what your experience has been. If I have the card, I'll let you know what my experience has been, definitely. And so we'll do it like that. But let's look at the chat real quick. I just want to see who's in here and give everybody a shout out. Let me just start from the top, because let's see. I can't remember where I left off. I'm getting old. So we said what's up to Common. David's here. Julio, what's going on? Jeremy, what's up? Let's see. Move on down. Braveheart, what's going on, buddy? Let's see. And who else is in here? We got more people in here. I see there's more people in here. So if you're in here, just say hello so I know you're here and I can give you a shout out. James, what's going on, buddy? Let's move on down here. Ron, how you doing, buddy? And S&P Life, what is up? Okay, so let's see. Do we have any questions? Do you have questions specifically for me? Just put at TEC or just put TEC, and I'll make sure I answer your question. I think this 4 p.m. is going to give you less viewers. People are busy at 7 p.m. on a Saturday. All right, yeah, we're gonna work it. We'll work it out. But I have seen that in the last couple of streams that I've done at 4 o'clock. It's a little less. There are a little less people here. Let's just put it that way. So we'll see. Yeah, we might go back to 7. I don't have any problems with going back to 7. I just thought it would be good to maybe go at 4 p.m. I keep saying go at 4 p.m. Pacific. That way it'll be 7 p.m. on the East Coast. But we'll switch it. We'll see about switching it up. Let's see. I wasn't expecting you to be on this early. Okay, so everybody's saying the same thing. Okay, 4 p.m. Hello, David. Driving and listening to you at the moment, and definitely enjoying it. All right, thanks, James. I appreciate that. Bank of America. Okay, so Jeremy saying Bank of America has nothing enticing for me. Yeah, I'm the same way. I'm just kind of not. I'm not really a big fan of the Bank of America cards that they have out. Okay, the Alaska Airlines card is the only card BofA has to interest me. You know what? I do like the Alaska Airlines card. I will agree with you when it comes to that. Let's see, Bank of America card with the $450 annual fee is the only card worth considering. Okay, and I didn't even look at that one. I didn't even see that one on here. Let's see. That must be the. I don't even see where that card is. Yeah, let's see. This can't be that one. I don't even see that card. I have a list of all the Bank of America cards here. But anything with the $450 annual fee should be worth it should be worth getting. I mean, I should say that they should make it a good card if it's a $450 annual fee card. Yeah, this is not it. This is a no annual fee. Okay. So let's just move on here. Jason, what's going on? Excuse me. Jason, what's going on, buddy? Hashtag love Delta. Okay. TC, what do you think about the Amex Delta Sky Miles card? Okay, we'll look at that one next. Let's see. How's the Chase Southwest card? You know what? I don't fly Southwest. I don't. I just don't like flying Southwest. Ellie, what's going on? What travel cards do you have? Credit cards. Okay, I'll go over that in a minute. Let's see. I may have a higher annual fee, $450, easy. U.S. Bank Altitude Reserve. Okay, so let's look at what was the card that I said I was going to look at. Okay, let's do the Sky Miles. Okay, now I don't fly with Delta and I don't fly with Southwest, but we're going to look at the Delta Sky, this Delta card here. We'll do that one next. If I can get this up here. Now, as far as the cards that I use, what's in my wallet right now? I guess we can talk about. That makes more sense. Where's my wallet? Okay, I'll just have to remember offhand. I don't know where my wallet is. So I use the Chase Sapphire Reserve card. I have the World of Hyatt card, and I have and I'm just thinking of the cards I use right now. The Chase Ink Business Plus card, and that's an older card. You can't get that one anymore. I have the Chase Ink Business Unlimited card. And what other card? There's one other card that I use. Let's see. Chase Sapphire Reserve, World of Hyatt, the 2 Ink cards, and then the United card. So the United Plus, the United Explorer Plus business card. So those are the cards that I use. Now, I have a couple more cards. I usually keep the cards of 7 or 8 cards. I don't have very many credit cards, considering. There are a lot of people out there that have a lot of credit cards, and I'm just not one of them. I'm not really – I take the more conservative method of the travel credit cards where I want to get cards that have good earn possibility, so cards that I can use over time and not just get a card – and get the sign-up bonus and then look to get the next card so I can get another sign-up bonus and just keep doing that, or churning, if you want to call it that. But that's not my style. My style is I want to get a card that's a good card, a solid card that I can keep for years and years down the road. So that's kind of how I structure my credit cards. So mainly I use the Chase Sapphire Reserve for pretty much all of my purchases. And then when I need to, I will use different cards. I'll use the World of Hyatt card in certain situations. And then when the points warrant it, I will use the different cards. And I also do, with my World of Hyatt card, you get an additional free night if you spend like $15,000 over the year with that card. So there are certain times where I might use that card a little bit more to try to get to that 15,000, and that's just it's almost ridiculous, to be honest with you, because with Hyatt, not all of the properties allow you to get free nights. Okay, so and even the properties that do allow for free nights, like let's say it's a category, what is it? I think category 4 and lower, you can get a free night there, but even if it's a category 2 or a category 3 hotel, sometimes they won't even allow you to get the free night. So it's not a guarantee. I just booked, I haven't booked my airfare yet, but I'm going to Hawaii in June. And I booked 2 free nights at the Hyatt place in Honolulu. So I was able to do that, but you're not always allowed to do that. Like that, sometimes they won't offer it. I went to Colombia a couple months ago, and I was gonna go and stay in Cartagena. I ended up staying in Barranquilla, but I was gonna stay in Cartagena, which they have a Hyatt property there, Hyatt Regency, and it was bad because when I looked at it, and this was probably 2 months prior to me going. They had free nights. They were offering free nights, or they were allowing me to use my free nights. And then I looked back. I waited about 3 weeks, and so we're talking about a month and a half, or a month and a week, month and 2 weeks before I was going to go out to Colombia. It went away, and so I wasn't able to book it, which was really frustrating. But that's Hyatt does that sometimes, so you just have to kind of be prepared for that. All right, so let's see. What do we say here? The Delta, the Amex. Okay, I think that's it. Let's pull it up. So I'll pull it up first, and then I'll make sure it's the right one, and then we'll look at it together. And now, just understand, Amex cards, they're not accepted everywhere. I think, are we talking about the? Let's see, which one comes up here? Is it the Platinum Delta? What's the annual fee on the card? If you guys know. Let's see. I'm just looking through here, looking at my notes here. Oh, where did we have it here in the chat? The Amex Delta Sky Miles. Okay. So just let me know which one you guys are interested in looking at. We'll just, I'll do the one with the annual fee, the $95 annual fee. So that's probably the one that's most common. And so they have one for $95. They have one for $195, and then they have one for $450. Let's look at the $95 annual fee card. Now, just to let you guys know, I just hit my minimum spend on that United Explorer card. So the business card minimum spend is $5,000 within the first 3 months. So I was able to hit that, and I got 75,000 bonus points. So I have those points now. I was waiting to actually get the points in my account. Now I'll book my Hawaii trip, and I'll be doing that probably the next couple of days. I already looked at it, and just so you know, and I'll go back, and I'm hoping everything is the same because I just looked at it yesterday. But when I book it, I will try to do a screen record so I can record everything and just kind of show you. I'd like to do that just so you guys see the process of how I work through my trip. Now, I will be flying. One of the good things about United is you can do a stopover, okay? So, we all know what a layover is. You go and you fly somewhere and you do a layover for 8 hours or whatever, if it's a long layover. But a stopover is even better because now I can fly. And what my plan is, we'll be staying in Honolulu for 2 days. And then from Honolulu, we'll be flying. So let me just start from the beginning. We're going to come from Los Angeles. Excuse me. We're going to fly from Los Angeles to Honolulu. So we'll be in Honolulu for 2 days. And then from Honolulu, we're going to fly to Kauai. And we'll be in Kauai for 7 days. And then from there, then we're going to fly back to Los Angeles. Okay, now this is a family trip. So my family's already booked everything. My parents and all that, they've booked everything. They have a timeshare in Kauai, so that's why we go every other year. So they've already booked their flight and all that good stuff. So I'm just going to show up there. And so the good thing about United is they have a stopover. So instead of me having to pay, so I'll have a flight from Los Angeles to Honolulu. And then what a lot of people would do is just fly, okay, you know what, I'll just do a round trip ticket from Los Angeles to Honolulu. And I'll fly out, and we'll just pick an arbitrary date. So I'll fly out on the 1st, and then I'll be there, and then I'll just pay for a flight because it's generally a pretty cheap flight. I'll pay for a flight from Honolulu to Kauai and do a round trip ticket that way. And so I'll stay 2 days in Honolulu, book that flight, fly out to Kauai for 7 days, and then fly back to Honolulu and then catch that connecting flight and fly back. I hope that makes sense. But with United, what they will allow you to do when you're using points is you can do a stopover. So what I can do now is I can book my flight just the way I would normally book it with points, And so I'm telling them I want to go from Los Angeles to Honolulu, and then from Honolulu to Kauai, and that's my stopover. So Honolulu to Kauai is a stopover. I don't have to use any points for that. I have to pay taxes and fees, the taxes and fees. I'll have to pay that, which is very minimal. It might be $5.60 or something like that. And then when I'm in Kauai, I can fly from Kauai back over to Los Angeles. I don't have to go back to Honolulu. So it allows you to kind of work your flight out, and you can fly to different destinations. Or you can do what do they call that? I can't remember the name of it, but I did it when I was in Colombia, where you can fly into an airport. So I can fly into Honolulu, and let's say I wanted to island hop and go to all these different islands. Well, I can do the island hopping, go into all the different islands, pay for my ticket, however I want to do that, and I can book it like book my return flight from another spot. Okay, but I can do it all with one booking. I don't have to say, okay, I'm going to book a one-way flight here and then a one-way flight back. I don't have to do that. I can do it all in one booking and just say, I want to fly out to this destination, and then 10 days later, I want to fly back from another area. Okay, I can't remember what you call those. It's so weird that I can't remember that. So United allows you to do that kind of stuff. I hope that makes sense. I don't know. I think I'm confusing myself saying it, so I know it might not be coming out right. But it does give you some different big benefits, different perks. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's one of the reasons that I do like United, because it allows you some more flexibility when it comes to flying. And I tried to do that same thing when I went to Colombia, and let's see, this is not giving me all the info that I want here. Let's see here, learn more. Yeah, so we're looking at the Sky Miles card. I'm looking at the $95 annual fee one, so the gold one, but I don't have a lot of information on here. American Express, I just have to say this. They don't do a good job of laying out their cards, like the benefits and all that good stuff. Some of the other websites just look a lot better, where they lay everything out for you. You can kind of go through it. I know, like, I can go on the Points Guy right now, which I probably should do, and they do a better job on their website just laying out everything, because I'm looking at it right now, and it's like, okay, is this it? There's got to be more benefits that they're just not showing on the card. So let's see here. Open this up here. So I just want to find a good one so we can really look at it. All right. While this is loading, let's see. Come on now. See, this looks like it's the same one as before. Let's see. Yeah, this is the same link. All right. It's crazy. Okay. Oh. Wow. Okay. If you guys find a link, just do me this. If you guys can find a good link, please put it in the chat, because this is ridiculous. I'm looking at this right now, and let me just show you guys what I'm looking at here, so you guys can get an idea and know my struggles right now. Okay. So I type it in. This is it. This is their Delta cards, and let's see. The way they have this laid out, if I hit apply, it's just going to take me. It's not going to give me much information there. They have all this good stuff, but this doesn't really help me. I want to see something where it's just specifically that card, and I mean, this doesn't really help me either. So usually, and let me just show you guys this. Let's go to the Points Guy. He'll probably have a better Now, I'm not being sponsored by the points guy or anything like that, but he does a really good job of laying out credit cards. He's got a lot of information when it comes to credit cards, travel, affordable travel, all that good stuff. So I highly recommend going to his blog and just checking out his stuff. Let's see. This load fast enough. All right, let's look at the chat while this is loading. Let's see. All right, now it just loaded right up. Okay. So let's search this card here and see what comes up. And what do you know? Nothing. Nothing good. Okay. You had to pick this card. Let's see. So if you guys, like I said, if you can find the card, please give me the link so we can go through and look at this card. Maybe that's what I'll start doing. So I'll say, hey, just give me a link of a card, and then we'll just look at that card from there. That way it'll make it a lot easier for all of us to see this. Let's see. Show that. All right. Let's see here. All right, let's see this. See if this works here. This is just American Express, I think, but we'll try it. Okay. So yeah, this is what I was looking at before. It just has the application on this side. All right, so we're just gonna look at it from here. I can't find what I'm looking for. Usually, like I said, it's a normal layout where they have everything in there. And for whatever reason, it's just not. I don't know why they don't have the regular one. But anyway, okay. So this is a $95 annual fee card. I already looked at that, so I do know that. So. It didn't look like it was waived for the first year. Let's see. Or zero annual fee. Okay, for the first year it is waived, so that's good. So you don't have to pay anything for the first year, which is really good. I like cards like that when they're that $95 annual fee, because then it'll allow you to get the card and kind of feel it out. You get the sign-up bonus, all that good stuff. If you like the brand, you like flying on Delta, then you'll know all that information, hopefully within that first year, and then you can make your decision if you want to keep the card or not. So I do like how they do that. Okay, so you're going to earn 30,000 bonus miles, and that's after spending $1,000 on purchases within the first 3 months. So that's not too bad. $1,000, right? I mean, most people shouldn't have a problem spending that in 3 months. So you get that 30,000 bonus points for your flights. And then it says, and a $50 statement of credit after you make a Delta purchase with your new card within the first 3 months. Okay, so this is something extra that they added here. So you get the $50 statement credit after you make that purchase. Delta, it says make a Delta purchase. So I'm assuming that you have to purchase something with Delta. Maybe, I don't know if it's incidentals, if that applies, or if you need to buy a plane ticket or something. Okay. Welcome not available to applicants who have had this card. Okay, so you couldn't have had this card before in order to get that bonus. But see, like I'm saying, now I stop here. Now I want more information, right? And it says more information, view card benefits. All right, let's click on that. But this is the type of stuff that should be out there, right? If you're going to share, if you want people to buy or get your card, I would think you have a website that has all this information out there. You would be showcasing all the different benefits of the card. You shouldn't have to click on these little, let's look at it again. These little more information, these little things here. You have to click on those in order to find. It's like the fine print, right? I don't understand why they would set up a card like that. And it's just a matter of a website, right? All you need, not even a website, just a web page. You just need to have it on your web page. I don't get it. Okay. Let's see. You can check your first bag for free. This is information I would want to know. I want to know my first bag. Do I get it checked for free? That should be something that's on the front page I hope you guys get what I'm saying here. This really frustrates me when I have to look at fine print in order to find out stuff like this. Okay, so you earn 2 miles on Delta purchases, earn 2 miles per dollar spent on purchases made directly with Delta. Okay, so you get 2 miles for every dollar spent. So that's not that great. Okay, you earn 1 mile for everything else. And let's see. As a card member, you enjoy main cabin, 1 priority boarding. Okay, so you get priority boarding, so that's good. And when it comes to airline branded cards, that's one of the big things that I like. The check bag is one, and then the priority boarding. I like to be able to get on the plane close to first. I don't have to be the first one on the plane, but I do want to get on the plane when it's relatively empty. That way I have free reign to put my bags in the overhead bins. Plus, you can get comfortable. You're not in a situation where you're getting on the plane last, and it's a better experience if you can just get on there and just get relaxed while everybody else is coming on the plane. Because usually it takes 20 minutes for everybody to get on the plane. So you can get in there, get in your seat, get comfortable, and just relax. I don't like feeling rushed, and I feel rushed when I'm like the last person on the plane. Okay. Let's see. Global Assist hotline. So you have a hotline that you can call. So that's pretty good, 24/7. And I'm briefly going over this stuff, okay? So I'm not going to go over all the fine details, but I'm just kind of briefly skimming over the card. Let's see. Receive 20% savings in the form of a statement of credit for eligible in-flight purchases, food, beverages, audio. Okay, so you get the 20%. That's not bad, 20%. So if you do want to use the in-flight entertainment and all that, or if you want to purchase some food and stuff like that, you get 20%. That's not bad. Okay, start shopping online today, even with or without the card. Okay, and easily connect the new card number to your digital wallet, including Apple Pay. Okay, they're really pushing this Apple Pay and Google Pay and all that stuff. Okay, so that's some of the benefits. Let's see, is there anything else? Benefit terms. That's probably not going to give me much info there. So that's kind of it when it comes to this card, $95 annual fee. Now, comparing that card to even the AAdvantage card, the Platinum Select with American Airlines or the United Explorer Plus, those cards are much better, much better than this card. That's just my opinion. Plus, the sign-up bonus is a little bit higher too. I think the Explorer is 60,000, but they tiered it so you have I think you get 40,000, and then 40,000 after spending $3,000 within the first 3 months, and then you get an additional 20,000 after spending another 3,000 or something like that. So they do have it tiered. But this card is not that impressive to me for a $95 annual fee card. It doesn't. I'm not really feeling it. So I don't know. I'd love to know what you guys think though. So in the chat, just let me know if you guys do have the card and you're using it. Let us know some of the other benefits on the card and how you use it. I'd be very interested to hear about that. Okay. Let's see. I have the City Prestige card, and I recently upgraded my Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Which card should I continue to keep, as I do not want both cards at the same time. Okay, so let's go over this. So you have the City Prestige and you have the Chase Sapphire. You now have the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Wow. I like, and this is James asking this question, I like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, obviously. I have that card. I think it's a great card. I do think that City Prestige card is a good card, even though they've downgraded it kind of in a sense where after September you're not going to be able to, you can do the fourth night free, but only twice per year. I still think it's a good card, but I agree with you, James. Having both cards are kind of they do a lot of the same things. You'll get the priority pass. You'll get I believe they have the global entry TSA PreCheck. I think they both have it. They have airline credits, both of them. So, not airline credits. I'm sorry, travel credits. So, City has, I think, $250 travel credit, and Chase Sapphire Reserve has a $300 travel credit, which I don't know. I would definitely keep the Reserve if I was in that situation. That's just the way that I would go about it. But if you could keep both of them, I mean, if you can manage it, I think you could still get that annual fee with both cards. You can get the annual fee down to almost nothing. In a lot of cases, it does make sense to keep both of them if you could. But I get it. Like, those are big chunks. $450. Actually, that one went up. The city went up to what, $495. So $495 annual fee for one card, and then another card, $450 annual fee. Yeah. You need to travel enough to do that, and then do that. Try to get that fourth night free every or twice a year, in order to really get the perks out of the card. But if I was in that situation, I had to get rid of one. It's gonna be the city Prestige card. Okay, Jeremy James, I would do the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, so Jeremy thinks the same. Let's see. I think 150. So it's a $150 annual fee card. Let's see here. And we might as well look. Let's see. We might as well look at the other one as well. When I say I wasn't really satisfied with the gold card, so let's look at the other one. The other cards that they have out here. Because that one just didn't do it for me. And maybe the 150. Now they do. That's a little strange the way they have that set up where it's $150. I mean, it's kind of that's kind of a weird number, right? You have $95 annual fee cards. What am I doing? I'm clicking login. Let's get this going. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thing, right? Because you have the $95 annual fee, and then you jump up to $150. And I know the Southwest card, they have a similar thing where it's $150. What are we doing here? Page not found. What is that all about? Okay, I'm just trying to find this again. We'll look at another American Express card. And I don't know if David's chiming in, but he should be chiming in about this American Express stuff, unless he doesn't fly Delta. I don't know. But what's going on, Pariah? I see you in here. Let's see. Who else? Life for Business. What's going on? Rolo, what's going on? I'm just giving you guys shout outs right now, and then I'll go back and look at some of the questions. All right. This is becoming a headache here. Yeah, they really need to revamp their website. It is not user friendly at all. All right. Go back. Okay, let me look in the chat while we're doing this, or while I'm trying to figure out, trying to find the other cards here. So if you guys are in here, please let me know by saying hello, and also hit the like button. Let's try to get up to 30 likes this stream here. The more likes, the better. The more likes, the more people jump in, and the more people that jump in, the more participation that we get, and that's what we're looking for here. Basically, we're going to look at cards today, so we'll just look at different travel credit cards, and we'll kind of do a quick little review, and then you guys will let me know if you guys have the card. Let me know the positives and negatives of the cards that you have, so we can kind of do that. And usually, I kind of just select the cards and say, "Hey, we're going to talk about this card today," but I want you guys to be, I want you guys to tell me what cards that you're interested in learning more about. Okay. Let's see. Some of the cards I do have, the cards that I do have, I can give you a lot more information. Some of the cards that I don't have, obviously, I can tell you what I see on here and kind of give you my experience over the cards that I have and how I use the cards I have. Most cards they're pretty much the same. I mean, they'll give you certain little perks here and there, but for the most part, they're kind of the same. They run the same way. So. Let's see. Okay, we're in the chat here, so let's see what else we have going on here. Okay, David, I see that card there, the U.S. Bank card, the Attitude. I'm gonna I'll see what else is on here, and if we don't have anything else, then we'll go back to that card. I've already done one for you, so I don't want to just do all the cards that you want to recommend. Let's see. Jeremy, OKG. I was thinking about the U.S. Bank altitude card. Okay. I don't fly Southwest either, but that companion pass is tempting. Yeah, you know what? Southwest does have the companion pass, and I will give them that. That is a real good benefit if you're traveling with someone else. But the only thing I don't like Southwest, their whole setup, the just getting on and not having assigned seats. I kind of want to know where I'm sitting. I'm big on sitting window seat if possible. So that's kind of that's the reason that I kind of rule them out. Plus, they don't go a lot of destinations that I want to travel to. Let's see. Capital One needs to cut you a check. Capital One? Wow. Let's see. How's a Marriott Brilliant card from Amex? I did a review about that, Jason, and I actually like the Visa card better. The American Express one, that Bonvoy card, yeah, I didn't really like it too much. But I'm going to go through the chat right now, and then we'll see kind of a consensus, and then we'll go from there, and we'll pull up another card here. So we read that one there. James, I would get the Chase. Okay, we already talked about that. Pariah says, hola, Pariah. Multi-city, open jaw. There you go, open jaw. That's what I couldn't think of. Yeah, so Ron answered my question there. When it comes to United, they have the open jaws where I can fly into one city and then fly out of another city. So I can do an open jaw there. And then, like I said, the stopovers. So the stopovers are great because it allows me to fly to one destination, stay there a couple of days, and then fly from that destination to another destination. And if I do it right and they have award space available, then I don't have to pay anything when it comes to points. I don't have to use any points at all. And I can fly to the next destination, and then from that destination, then fly home. So it's a real good setup when it works. And when I say when it works, I mean when it's available. So if it's not available, then yes, they're going to charge you some points. And usually the points, like when I flew to Colombia, I flew to Barranquilla first. So I flew from Los Angeles to Barranquilla, and then I checked this out about a week prior to actually booking my flight. And the problem is when I looked, it was available, and then when I looked again a week later, it wasn't available. So the first ticket, I was flying business class. It was 35,000 points to fly to Barranquilla, and then from Barranquilla to Medellin, which is about an hour flight. That was going to be zero. I wouldn't have to pay anything. I just needed to pay the taxes and fees. And then from Medellin to Los Angeles, that would have been another 35,000 points for business class. So all in all, that whole setup, it would have been 70,000 points. But what happened is a week later, I looked at it, flying to Barranquilla, 35,000, flying from Barranquilla to Medellin, 20,000. So 20,000 points. Now, I wasn't paying 20,000 points because 20,000 points to me is bare minimum $200. $200 to fly an hour flight. That's like if you live in Los Angeles, you're flying to Las Vegas. You can get flights for under $100 to fly to Las Vegas, right? So what I did is I just said, yep, I'm not going to do that. So I did the open jaw. So I flew to Barranquilla, and then I did an open jaw flying from Medellin back to Los Angeles. So Los Angeles to Barranquilla, Medellin back to Los Angeles, and then I paid for that flight in between. Just a one-way ticket. It was $135 business class. I could have got an economy seat for probably $60 or $70. So I love that about United, that they allow you to do the open jaws and the stopovers. It allows you just to kind of jump around. You don't have to stay in one place. All right. Okay. So S&P Life says he thinks it's 150. So I'll try to open that website back up, the American Express website, and see if we can look at the other one, because definitely that $95 one. And it's sad because you want to know that the way that I look at it, all these cards at $95 should be competing against each other. And that Delta Gold card does not compete with it doesn't compete with really any of the cards that I've looked at. The Alaska Airlines card, the JetBlue card, the AAdvantage card, the American Airlines AAdvantage card, or the United Explorer card. That card doesn't compare to any of those, and it's a $95 annual fee card. Okay. Let's see. He's saying that card's not good. Let's keep on moving down. All right. I might be getting sick because I am coughing a lot more than normal. It's weird when I get on and do these live streams. Like, I'm fine when I'm talking normally, but when I get on and do these live streams, I feel like my voice gets dry and raspy, and I don't know. It's weird. I think because I'm talking so much, it gets like that. Let's see. Life for Business. Okay. I have this card after the first year. It's useless. Okay. So that's Life for Business talking about the Delta card. No lounge access. No reason for annual fee. No reason. Let's see. Downgraded Delta Blue after 1 year. Okay. And that's what I don't want. And that's just my style. Like, I'm not trying to get sign-up bonuses. So I don't want to get a card that a year from now I'm thinking, you know what? I need to get rid of this card. It's not doing anything for me. I would much rather get a card that has some longevity to it, a card I can keep for years and years. That's just how I like to do it. Let's say I have the Delta Gold card specifically just because I get more money back due to the free check bag. Okay. That's Jeremy saying that. Rolo, what's going on? I think they are going to revamp the Amex Delta cards. Yeah, maybe they do. They need to revamp the website. That's what they need to really do, because this website is driving me crazy. That's one thing. I mean, the whole Apple card, I didn't like the Apple card. But one thing I will say about the Apple card is they did a good job on their website. Just presenting it. I thought it was a nice card as far as the presentation. Easy to read, had all the information right out in front of you. You shouldn't have to search. Like, if I'm going on a website, I shouldn't have to search for stuff, especially stuff like free bags and things like that, because a lot of people are looking for that. When you get a airline branded card, the first thing that I want to know is, does it have priority boarding, and do I get a free check bag? And to have the fact that you have to click an extra button to find that doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. All right. So let's look at a few more of the questions, and then we're going to jump back in. We're going to go back. We're going to look at the Platinum Delta card, because I like I said, I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with that $95 annual fee card. There's got to be better cards out there for Delta. Okay. You also get free luggage for anybody that you book on the same ticket. Okay, yeah, and a lot of credit cards will do that as well. So the airline branded credit cards will give you. It's not just going to be you. It's going to be you plus your family members, up to a certain amount, maybe 4 or 5, whatever that amount is. Jerry, how you doing, buddy? I've taken one round trip flight this year, and the gold card saved me $200 just on that one trip. Okay, that's good. So I'm guessing the $200 was incidentals and maybe some in-flight entertainment or something. I don't know, because I think it was $100 credit for airline incidentals, and then if you're getting the global entry, that'd be another $100. Okay. Let's see. Let's move on down. If you have a question specifically for me, just put TEC, and I'll make sure I answer that question for you. And if you guys are in here right now and you haven't hit the like button, please hit the like button so we can get more people in here. And we're trying to get up to at least 30 likes in this live stream. And also, let me know about the time. Does the time work for you? Previously, I was doing it at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. A lot of people were. I had a larger audience. Now, the audience isn't as large, and I just want to know, does this time work for you, or do you guys prefer the 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time? Just let me know. Just say this time works for me, or this time, or that, or this time works for me, or the other time was better. That's all you have to do in the chat. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I lost my place here. Okay. Okay, so David said he's driving. That's why he's not replying. Amex is king. All right, keep driving. I don't want you to have an accident or anything, David. So yeah, I was just kind of teasing you because I know that you like your Amex cards. So the fact that we were looking at one of them, I just wanted to hear your input. But you don't have to say anything. You can always put in the comments below if you don't make it by the end of your drive. Just put it in the comments, or you can talk about it in the Facebook group, which I haven't mentioned today, and I definitely need to mention that. So I do have a Facebook group, and I say and God, I hate when I do that. Anyway, we have a Facebook group. It's not just me. There's a lot of people that are in there, and we're all trying to help each other out when it comes to affordable travel. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, I will post a link right now so you guys can jump in there and join the group. And it's great because it's a private group, so it's you don't just have people that are just in there just looky-loos that don't really want to participate. We have a lot of people in there that are participating and helping each other out. So if you have questions and things like that, just post your question in the group, and we will definitely work on answering that for you. Another thing too, I'm going to start doing just quick live feeds in the group. So we'll be doing that too, and maybe we'll do kind of like I don't know, I haven't figured it all out yet, but I'm just working on it right now so I can start doing some live. I tried to jump on live earlier today, and I'm talking, but it was going to my Travel Explorer Click page. So I have a Travel Explorer Click page. I don't want to confuse you guys, but the way I set it up, it has to be this way. I can't get rid of the page because the page is what triggers the group. So I can't get rid of one. Or I can't get rid of the page. So anyway, I have the page, and I went live, but I went live on the page instead of on the group. So I have to figure out how to do it just on the group and not the page. So let's let me pull up this link for you guys so you guys can check it out. Yeah, and jump on in there. And like I said, it'll cost you nothing. All you need to do is say that you want to join, and we'll let you in there, and you will join the club. We have people that are traveling all the time. That's one good thing that I like about having groups is because we have people traveling. Like Lionel's traveling right now, and he's showing pictures and the lounges that he's in and the hotel that he's staying in, and we've had David show his hotels that he stayed in. So it's just good because you can kind of see how people are living or how people are traveling. It just makes it a real good experience. That's what I like about like having travel groups, because you get to see people traveling all the time. In a sense, it's kind of, I don't know, in a way, if I'm not traveling, I want to see other people out there traveling, right? I want to see what they're doing. And it also will spark maybe an interest. I might think, oh, you know what? Maybe I want to go to Vietnam because I like it out there. I like this. I like that. The hotels are nice. Whatever. All that good stuff. Okay. Let's see. So there's the link. I posted the link for the Facebook group. So please jump on in there. I have some administrators that will be able to accept you right away, hopefully, during the live stream, so you don't have to wait or anything. You can jump on in there. And then in the future, like I said, one of my plans is to jump in and have some Facebook live streams as well. So not just the YouTube stuff. So maybe do a YouTube live stream and then do kind of an after show in the Facebook group, something like that. Okay, let's see. TC, you are so biased, it's unbelievable. I'm biased, David, but you're talking about Amex is king. All right. Stefan, what's going on? Dave, good to see you, sir. TC, I have the Delta Reserve. Okay. Let's see. I just pulled it up again, so let's see if we can't look at what's out there. Okay, so the Delta Reserve. So that's the $450 annual fee one. So that's the one we're going to look at. And the main reason we're going to look at it is because David has it already, and maybe he can give us some more insight on the card. But first, we'll just take a look at the card and see some of the benefits. Okay, so it's this one right here. And right now it looks like it's a $450 annual fee or sign-up bonus. Or $450 annual fee, 40,000 point sign-up bonus. Okay. So let's wait for this internet to load. And yeah, this is. And I'm still, for those of you who don't know, I have two laptops. The other laptop I had was working fine, but I broke the screen on it, and so I need to get that fixed. And what I did, and you guys are going to be able to see this whole process because I will let you guys know what happens. But I bought it through it'll be almost 4 months. Okay, so 10 days shy of 4 months is when I bought it. So, when you get your travel credit cards, it says the purchase protection, all that good stuff, right? So I always say, oh, yeah, it has purchase protection. I've never used purchase protection before. This is the first time. So what I did is you have 120 days. So you have 4 months. And so I fall underneath that 4 months, right? So I called them a couple of days ago and told them my situation. So I have a laptop. There's no warranty on it. If the screen breaks, the screen breaks. Like if you break the screen, you break the screen, right? But purchase protection will protect you from damage or loss or stolen. So I called them. I put in the claim, or I haven't actually done the paperwork, but basically they give you a website that you need to go to, and this is with Chase. So I bought this card with my Chase, the World of Hyatt Chase card is what I bought it with. And I know I didn't get the good points with it and all that good stuff. It's a long story, but I had used that card that's a card that I had at the time. I didn't have all my other cards with me for whatever reason. But anyway, I booked it. I got the car. I used it with that card. And so I called them up. I let them know, hey, this is my situation. I know it hasn't been 120 days yet. And so they looked at all the information. Okay, yeah, it hasn't been 121 days or hasn't been 120 days. So go to this website. Put all your information in there. You need the original receipt and some other things that I needed. I need to show like the statement when I use my credit card, that statement, they're asking for that, even though they have that. But she was telling me that they don't have access to that. I don't know, whatever. She just told me that I needed that. So I need to get everything together and then send that off. And then hopefully I'll get reimbursed. I need to show them. So I'm getting a new screen. I need to get a new screen, so I need to get a quote. I already got the quote, but I don't have it in writing. But the quote was like $300 in order to get it fixed. So I'll get that quote, get all my paperwork together, put it all in on the website, enter it all in the website, and then send it off. And then I don't know exactly how long I have to wait or what have you. But I'm going to try it. I've never done it before, and it sounds like this is the perfect opportunity for me to use it to see if it works. You get up to $500 with the World of Hyatt card. So $500 per claim. And then the life of the account, I think it's $50,000 for the life of the account. So you can do it, 100 times? So it sounds pretty good. I mean, obviously, the worst case scenario, I don't get anything out of it and I have to pay for it on my own. But I have faith that it'll work. So let's just hope. But like I said, you guys will be with me when it comes to this whole thing. I'll let you guys know the whole process once I start doing it. Now, one thing that I did find out, which is really good. So let's say you buy a product and like I did, you break the screen. Once you break that screen, call them right away. Or you don't have to call them right away, but call them and let them know. So from the time that I called and put the claim in, I have another 120 days in order to submit all my paperwork. So now I have more time to get everything together. So that's just something that you should know as well. Okay, let's look at this Sky Miles card here. And once again, terrible website. But we'll go through it anyways. Okay, you're going to earn 10,000 medallion qualification miles. So this is towards your elite status. I don't fly Delta, so I don't really know exactly how their elite status works. But the fact that you're getting 10,000 medallion qualification miles is good, and that will help you have to fly. You don't have to fly as much with that to hit your elite status. Okay. And 40,000 bonus miles after you spend $3,000 within purchases in the first 3 months. Okay, so that's not bad at all. Spend $3,000, you're gonna get 40,000 bonus points. So that's pretty good. And let's see, welcome to available applicants. Okay, so this is only for new applicants, the same thing. The annual fee is $450. It is not waived the first year. And so let's look at some of the view card benefits here. Yeah, I don't know why they do this with this. Oh, it's just ridiculous. Okay, let's see. You can get your first check bag free, so you get that same benefit there. You're going to earn 2 miles on Delta purchases. Okay, 1 mile and everything else. So far, it's the same as the other card. Okay. Complimentary access to the Delta Sky Clubs for when you. Okay, so you get the complimentary access to the Delta Sky Club. Now, the first thing that I think about when I look at that is, okay, well, if I have the Amex Platinum, I pay $550. I get a little extra benefits. Plus, if I'm booking my airfare, I'm going to get 5 times points instead of getting 2 times points. So the American Express Platinum trumps this card when it comes to that. So let's move on down and see if there's anything else. And plus, you get the Delta Sky Club access, right? Okay, so you received the 20%, so that's the same. And I would think with this card, you should have it. You're paying $450 annual fee. Why not bump that from 20% to 25, 30%, right? At least 30, not even 25, 30%. But make it a little more enticing. You're pretty much, I'm reading pretty much the same stuff that I read on the other card, with exception to the lounge access. Okay, as a card member, main cabin priority. Okay, so you get the priority boarding, so that's the same there. Start shopping online. Okay, so it's pretty much the same. I don't see anything else. Now, let me know if I'm missing something, guys. If you guys have this card, let me know exactly what's going on with the card. But just reading the view card benefits, that's all I'm seeing. So I'm not seeing anything when it comes to global entry. I'm not seeing anything when it comes to pretty much anything else, priority pass, anything like that. So if I'm looking at cards and I'm going to spend $550 for a card or $450 for an annual fee card, I'm not going to look at this card because it's not really giving me much. There's plenty of other cards out there that are around that 400. Look, the way I look at it is, if 450 and 550 are pretty much the same thing to me. So, yeah, it's $100 difference, but I would definitely go with an Amex Platinum over even considering this card. But let me know what you guys think in the chat. Okay, let's see. TCA. Okay, so we said that. So the website is great and easy to use. You're just a pies hater. All right, David. Okay, so whatever. We looked at it. You guys saw it with me, and I asked for links. So if you have better links, please put them out there. It's probably not the Amex site. It's probably the Points Guy or something like that lays it out a little bit better. But definitely, I didn't see anything good on the way they laid it out on the Amex. Okay, Stefan is right. Amex Platinum is the best for Delta lounge access. Okay, yeah, and that's what I saw too. I didn't see any. That's Ron saying that. TC, I love being a part of this community. Cool. I love you being here too, David. TC, I have Delta Reserve for the MQM bonus. Okay, all right. And is that? I mean, does it really benefit you in that sense? Like the 10,000. Is that worth it to pay that $450? Because what other value are you getting out of the card? Like every year, if you're paying $450, are you getting any value out of the card? Let's see. Julio, you're missing the MPMs miles bonus for spending $30,000 in a year helps get elite status faster. Okay, and that's fair. And I and that's Julio just saying that you're missing the MQMs. I think I mentioned it, but it will help you get to elite status faster. Does that elite status really get you anywhere though? Because, I mean, are you getting the upgrades? I guess I should say. So you're getting the upgrades to the business class, first class. Then it'll definitely be worth it. But that $450 every year, is it worth that? That's what I guess I'm getting at. See, I don't understand why you always skip 90% of the benefits. Because we're just looking at the card right now. So David's just asking me why I skip all the benefits. I don't personally have the card. And this is a good opportunity for you to chime in and say, hey, I have the card, and this is why I keep the card. These are the benefits. This is how I get. I'm not going to know everything about every card. And I will look at what's on their website, and we can go off that. And that gives us kind of a starting point to start a dialogue and talk about things. But if it's not on their website and you're using it, then let us know. Let us know what are the benefits. Because we're all learning together. Like I said, I don't fly Delta. I don't have any Delta cards. Okay, so I don't know what MQM, the value of the MQMs, or anything like that. Okay, so I'm not purposely skipping over things. I'm reading everything that I see on the website, and then we're talking about some of the different things, the different benefits on there. And I'm just looking at this card. I'm comparing this card to the gold card, and there's not much difference that I see. When it comes to both cards. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. And the Delta Companion first class ticket. Okay. And like I said, and that's good that Julio brought that up. Where is that on their website? Because this is the way I look at it. I should not, if I'm getting a credit card, a travel credit card, I should not have to look at all the fine print in order to find out some of the real big benefits of the card. Because if you are really trying to sell something, just think if you're going to buy a car, right? If you go to buy a car, you shouldn't have to hunt to find out all the good perks of that car, right? That salesperson should be able to spit out all the good things about that car, right? So with this website, what I'm looking at, it doesn't have all that information on there. It has bare bones stuff. So if you want to say 90%, yeah, it only has 10% of what the card offers. That's what I'm looking at. And there should be more, because this is a selling point. When I'm looking on this website, I'm looking to sign up for this card, and I want to know what all the benefits are. Why would you hide those from me? I guess that's my question. Okay, let's see. TEC, there are other tabs on the top of the benefits page for all Amex cards. You keep missing it. Not hiding. Okay, so all of the cards. But we want to look at the Delta card here. So from this site right here, where else should I be looking? And let me open it up so we can all see here. So from this site, you're saying go up to the top. Okay, here are all the cards right here. But we want to look at this card. So what else should I be looking at? Because I'm not finding it. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying, but this should be out there. Like, let's look at another card. And yes, we're gonna look at a Chase card because their layout is just so much better. And they tell you pretty much everything that's on there. Okay. So we'll just open it up. Now, I mean, I didn't mean to turn this into a comparison of websites, but I'm just looking at it from the point of view of why is this? I spelled Sapphire wrong. Why is this not all available? It just should be. And if you have benefits and stuff like that, they should definitely be out there, right? Okay. So we'll just pull it up. I don't know. We'll let this load. We'll let it load and we'll go with it. Now, I have nothing against Amex cards, and I plan to get the Amex Platinum card. That's probably going to be one of the next few cards that I get, or it's down the road. One of the cards that I get, I'll definitely be getting it this year sometime. But I just think there's a you should be showing more. Okay, let's see. Okay, so Ron, you have a link here. Let's take a look at this link. My screen went black. Let's see. right. So it says it's not responding, obviously. Wow. Okay. So I'm just waiting for this to load up. Okay, so Julio's saying, get the Charles Schwab Platinum card. Okay, so what's the difference in that card? All right, just let me know, Julio, what the difference, because like I said, I'm just getting the debit card. I'm just getting that just for travel. I'm gonna front load it with cash, so when I get to a destination, I'll have cash there. So when I go to the ATM, I use it, and then they will charge me a fee. However, the Charles Schwab card will credit me that fee. So that's the only reason that I'm getting. I'm not trying to get credit cards or anything like that with the Charles Schwab card. I don't even know if they have a credit card, but I don't know the difference between the Platinum card and the card that I got. I got the high yield, whatever brokerage account is what I signed up for. Okay, so David, this is what I'm looking at right here. Okay, so you have the regular site here, and this is the Amex site, right? You have to click more information here. You click on these little tabs here, and they give you some more information, right? And basically benefits, benefit terms. So that's not going to do anything for me. But when you compare it to a website like this, just in this little area right here, this area right here gives me a lot of information about this card. So I know 3 times points on travel worldwide. I know 3 times points on dining. I know 50% more if I'm booking using their portal. I know the sign up bonus up at the top here, 50,000 bonus points. That's after spending $4,000 within 3 months. I know that you get the priority pass. I know the annual fee. Even additional user is for $75. So in the $300 travel credit. So I get all this information just in this little section right here. But then when you go to Delta, when you go to the Amex card, this is what they give you. Yeah, they give you the MQMs. Okay, that's great. They give you the 40,000 points that you get in 3 months. They give you the annual fee, and then that's it. Now to find more, you have to view card benefits and then jump into that, right? And then they'll give you some more information on that. I have to go through all that. But with this, a lot of that information is just on the front page, and then if I want more details, I can click on and get more details. And this is like a more of a comparison thing. They have better, they're dedicated. The one that's just Chase Sapphire Reserve or what have you. So they have other links. So I don't know. When it comes down to it, yeah, I think it could be a lot more streamlined. And I'm not purposely trying to skip over things, but if they don't have it and they're trying to sell this to the people, like, hey, get this card, I think a lot of that information should be on there. If they have the companion, benefits and all that good stuff, it should be on there up front. Okay, let's see. Amex Centurion Lounge coming to LAX next year. Yeah, that's what I'm interested in too, Ron, that the Centurion Lounge. Platinum would be good choice for you if you value lounge access. Yeah, and I do value the lounge access, and that's the main reason that I want to get the card. Plus, 5 times on airline bookings is really good, so that's something I'm looking at as well. Stefan, what's going on? Heads up, everyone. If you're already in the Amex ecosystem, Platinum Gold and Everyday Preferred, and you want more MR points, the green card is offering a 25,000 membership reward point sign-up bonus. Okay, so that's good. But that green card doesn't really give you much. They need to revamp that card in total, like give you some better benefits with it. If you're waiting to get more points, the green card is pretty bad otherwise. Yeah. All right. Julio, TEC, the Charles Schwab Platinum is the American Express Platinum card, Charles Schwab edition. Oh, okay. Okay. I'll have to look into that card. All right. Any other questions? Any other comments? If you guys are in here right now, please hit the like button. So we can get some more people in here. It looks like we have about 17 people in right now. So let's see if we can get get that increased. If you have any questions, please let me know you have questions. If you're just in here and you're not saying anything, just say hello, just so I know you're here and give you a shout out. I just like to know who's in, who's watching. Just let me know that you're here. If you guys are new here and you haven't joined our Facebook group, please consider doing that. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel. And what I'm going to do is let me post a link for this real quick, and then we'll talk a little bit about the videos that I'm putting out right now. Because I don't know if you noticed, but I have been putting out a video a day, and I plan to continue doing that for a while now, or for a while down the road. And so what I'm doing is I'm going through all the travel credit cards that I've reviewed in the past and some of the ones that I'm reviewing now. I just posted a link for the Facebook group. So if you guys are interested in joining the Facebook group, go ahead and jump on in there, and we will accept you as soon as possible. So basically, Facebook group, we're just talking about travel. So we'll talk about affordable travel. If we are traveling different places, we'll post our pictures and kind of give you an experience so you'll know, okay, yeah, if I go to Costa Rica, this is what I can expect, and this is where he stayed and he liked it, or this is where she stayed and she liked it, and we also answer questions and stuff like that when it comes to travel and travel credit cards. Okay, so if you guys haven't noticed, I have been posting on YouTube a video a day, and I'm gonna continue doing that. Basically, the travel credit card videos. So that's what my focus is, and the main reason for that is I want to revamp, like do kind of an update on all these different cards, because the cards change their sign-up bonus, they change some of the benefits, they downgrade some of the stuff. So I want to get that all out there so you guys all know, okay, hey, the American Express Gold card now offers you this and offers you that. So I will be doing a 2019 version of all the cards that I've reviewed in the past. And so I've already started. I've done a few cards, but I'll continue doing more and more cards. So please check it out and like the video if you like it, and please share it with your friends and family if they're interested in getting travel credit cards, or even if they're not interested, maybe they see that you get the cards. If you share stuff with them, maybe they'll start seeing, okay, yeah, all right, I kind of understand this. It makes sense. Maybe they will jump in and get a card. Okay. Let's see. Okay, TEC. So this is Stefan asking this. Which do you personally value more, hotel status or airline status? Okay, so with airlines, let me just put it this way. I usually use my points for airline travel. And if you're flying, and I like to fly business class, first class if possible, right? So that's kind of my target. And if you're flying business class or first class, elite status really doesn't mean anything. And the reason that I say that is because you're already going to have the lounge access. So the first class lounge, business class lounge, you're already going to be boarding first. So a lot of those benefits, you're not gonna see, right? Now, if you do have elite status with airlines, it's good because you can book an economy seat and hopefully get upgraded to a business class or first class seat. So that's good. But for me, I would value the hotel status a little bit more. And the reason for that is if I book and Hyatt, I have status with Hyatt. So if I book a stay at Hyatt, I usually do get some type of an upgrade. It might not be a nicer room, but it'll be a nicer view, that kind of stuff. So at this point right now, Hyatt is the status that I have with hotels. I don't have any status anymore with airlines. Okay, I used to have the JetBlue Mosaic status, but I didn't really see a benefit. Like, you get free alcohol. Okay, you get to board first, and that's pretty much it. But if I fly an even more seat, like if I book a flight and then I fly an even more seat, I still get to board early. So just different things like that. Or even like the check-in process. When you check in, you want to check your bag. If you're flying business class, first class, you still go through the same line that the elite flyers go through. So yeah, I at this point I like the hotel status a little bit better. Okay. But great question, Stefan. Mike, what's going on? I have the Chase Freedom Business Inc. and Chase Preferred and IHG Premier. What card should I get next? Okay, so that depends. I mean, you have all the Chase cards. I get that. Um, it depends on what you want, Mike. Like, what are you looking for? Because if I had the Chase Preferred, I would probably want to get the Chase Sapphire Reserve. I would want that card. So you have the Preferred already, so you probably only be able to upgrade to the Reserve. The IHG card, I'm not really a big fan of IHG. I just think you need too many points in order to stay at their properties. So it's a good card to have with when you get the sign-up bonus, so you have all those points and you can stay a few nights. But once that's done with, you get the elite status. But once it's done with, I have a hard time transferring my ultimate reward points over to IHG because the value is less than a cent per point once you do that transfer from the ultimate rewards program to IHG. So it's really hard. It's really hard. It's a real hard deal for me to do. So if I were you, I mean the Chase Freedom card, great card. The Business Inc. card, I'm thinking that's the Business Inc. the preferred card. That's a good card, or even if it's the unlimited, it's still a good card. But I would want to get that Chase Sapphire Reserve. That's what I would want in your situation. And then as far as next, I mean, I don't know where you are with 524, if you got these cards a while ago, if you just got these cards recently. But if you have some more space, I would probably be looking at another ecosystem, and that's kind of where I am now. Also, if you're flying, you don't have any airline branded cards, according to what you're showing here. So maybe get a United Explorer card, because United is a part of, or not a part of, well, it is a Chase card, but you can transfer your points from the Ultimate Rewards program directly over to United. Plus, you can have United points already with the United Explorer card. So that's probably where I would go next. Even if you don't want to do the Chase Sapphire Reserve, keep it the way you have it there, but get the United card. That'll probably help. Now, if you don't like flying United, then definitely don't get that card. Go with something else. But I would look at an airline branded card. And then maybe, I don't know how you feel about Hyatt, but maybe look at the Hyatt card. That's a good card as well to get. It's the World of Hyatt card. Get that card, and then you can do some transfers with your points. I like, if I want to stay with that Chase ecosystem, I like the fact that they have United and they have Hyatt within all that whole ecosystem, so I can transfer my points freely. And with Hyatt, you can stay in some category ones for 5,000 points. A free night is 5,000 points of category one, and those are nice properties. There's nothing wrong with staying with a category one at a Hyatt property. So yeah, that's what I would look at. I would look at getting some of those branded cards, because they're going to give you extra benefits. So when you're flying, you don't have to pay these baggage fees and stuff like that if you go with an airline branded card. But my whole thing is, I wouldn't jump and get an American Airlines AAdvantage card, because that's not going to help you with the ecosystem. You're going to have that card, you're going to have points on that card, but then it's going to be a little bit more difficult in order to transfer points over to fly on American. Okay, you have to go through British Airways in order to do that. So, yeah, that's just my advice when it comes to that. Okay, so I hope that helps, Mike. If you have any other questions, just post it in the chat. So Julio, let's see, TEC, can I join the Facebook group if I have a business Facebook page? I don't know. Click the link and see if you can get in there. I don't know how that works. I'm really not Facebook literate. Facebook is not like, I have a Facebook account. I've had one forever, but I don't really use it that often. And then I jumped in and got the Facebook page and then the Facebook group, but I'm not really big on Facebook. So try it and see if it works out for you. Let's see. And let me know too, just so I know for future. Jeezy, what's going on? Hello, David. I'm glad all of you guys could get these cards. I can't get the Amex, even if I wanted them. I'm blacklisted. Okay. All right. So you're blacklisted. That's unfortunate. Do you have any cards right now, Jeezy? Are you able to get any cards? Maybe if you don't have any cards, start off small. Get some of the maybe the cashback cards, or if you have a bank account, get a card with that bank account and just kind of start using it. What I advise everyone to do, and I'm not a financial expert or anything, but make sure you just pay it off every month. And if you're doing that, then you'll be fine. And then later down the road, then they'll open up more credit to you, so you can kind of work that angle. But if you're just starting out, if you don't have a Chase bank account, maybe jump in, get a Chase bank account, and then get a Chase Freedom card, and then maybe get the Chase Freedom or the Chase Freedom Unlimited card. Have that card for a little bit, and then try to jump in there and get some of the other Chase cards, and then work it up that way. The reason I say the Chase Freedom card, the Chase Freedom Unlimited card, the points that you earn on that card, if you save those points and you don't cash them out, then once you do jump up to a Chase Sapphire Reserve or a Chase Sapphire Preferred card, then you can transfer those points directly up to the Chase Sapphire Preferred or Reserve, and then you can use it for travel. So it's kind of planning out. Now, some people just want to jump in and get the cash back right away, which I don't advise. I advise just if you have a cashback card, just keep those points there. Wait till you get that other card, and then you can start doing the transfers. Okay, Stefan, Mike, if you want to stay in the Chase ecosystem, maybe consider upgrading to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. Okay, so we're saying pretty much the same thing there. Multipliers for dining, travel, and value in the UR portal. Yeah, and I agree. Like, if you can, Mike, try to do that upgrade to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, and then look at the United card or look at the Hyatt card. Look at both cards. If you travel a lot, then at some point you're gonna want those cards, or you're gonna probably get to the point where you say, yeah, you know what, I do need the United card because I get the priority boarding, I get the free check bags. The IHG card, like I said, the points don't go very far. So once you're done with that sign-up bonus, you start trying to put other points on there from the Ultimate Reward. I wouldn't even transfer my points from the Ultimate Rewards program to them. I have no problem transferring my points to Hyatt because the value is there. 5,000 points is not much for a free night, as opposed to IHG where you're going to pay 30,000 points or even 25,000 points. It's a lot of points. Okay, so David saying he's getting out of cell service. Okay, Ellie, what's going on? TEC, I will post a Facebook group TEC, I will post on the Facebook group when I can to show you what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, cool, David. That'll be great, and we'll talk about that. I just want to know, like, if there's more information, please let me know. We're all here to learn. Trust me, I don't pretend to know everything. I'm not trying to know everything about all these credit cards. I want to know about the credit cards that I get. And if people have questions about those cards, then I can give you my personal experience. But yeah, I'm not one of those experts that knows about all the different credit cards out there and does all the research on all the different credit cards. I'll look at a card and I'll tell you, okay, according to what I'm seeing on their website, yeah, I would get the card or I wouldn't get the card. But I just think it should be there. If I look at a website, I should have that information. I shouldn't have to search to find the different benefits, especially if they're good benefits that the card offers. Okay. All right, David, another great live stream. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And right now, guys, hit the like button so we can get more people in here. Looks like we got about 14 people in. And hit the like button and share it with your friends on Facebook and Twitter and all that good stuff. Okay. Let's see. Ron is saying, Jeezy, I was blacklisted with the Amex for a long time, but eventually I was able to get back in. So there's hope for you. Okay. And that's good to know, Ron. I'm glad you're sharing that. So if you're blacklisted, you still have an opportunity to get back in. Just make sure you keep your credit going. Like, keep getting credit, or not keep getting credit cards, but get some credit cards, use the credit cards appropriately and pay it all off and all that good stuff. And they'll look at you. They want to give you the cards, right? They want your business. They just want to be able to know that you're going to be paying it off and all that good stuff. Okay, Julio at GZ, not true. They are very forgiving. They are the only bank that gave me a chance to repay them. Okay, so that's cool. So Julio's basically saying that they will give you a shot. You just need to stay vigilant, I guess you could say. Call them, work out something. Okay, so he's even saying you can call him. So Julio said you can call him and try to work something out. I have 2 slots left. Okay, so Mike said he has 2 slots left in 524. Yeah, so if you have 2 slots, I would get at least the United Explorer card. That would be my next card. And then after that, then depending as far as Hyatt and where you travel, because Hyatt they don't have as many hotels, so they're not all over the place. So you might want to get that United Explorer card. I definitely think that's a card that you should get, and then maybe upgrade that Chase Sapphire Preferred to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. And then I think that's a pretty solid deal. Now IHG, if you're sold on staying at IHG, then that's fine. But I just think later on down the road that you're probably going to want to get that Hyatt card, that World of Hyatt card. You'll probably have better. Your points will go a lot further with that card. And a hotel room is a hotel room. That's the way I look at it. If there's a hotel there, if Hyatt has a hotel available, then it's just a place to sleep. And I mean, if you're traveling, you're going to want to be out and about. So I want to spend the least amount of points as I can to stay somewhere, because I'm just going to sleep there, take a shower, and get out and try to enjoy my vacation. So I don't want to have to spend 30,000 points to stay at a hotel when I can spend 5,000 points to stay at a hotel. Okay. And Jeremy's asking, how do you get blacklisted? Let's see. With American Express. So I guess the only thing I can think of is you're not paying every month, and they cut your account off. How do you check to see if you're blacklisted? That's Braveheart asking that. Good question. TEC, I know you have loyalty with Hyatt, but have you considered the Amex Hilton Aspire card? You know what? That is a good card, and I just did a review on it, and I'm gonna release the video. I'm gonna edit the video anyway, but for whatever reason, my focus was off, just off a little bit, so I'm a little fuzzy in the picture. So that's the reason I haven't put that out yet. But no, it's definitely a good card. The only thing is, the Amex Aspire gets you diamond status, so you can pretty much buy your way into diamond status, which is good. And I do like that card. I will admit I do like that card. So Hyatt properties, they're starting to grow on me. Hilton properties are starting to grow on me. But I've stayed at a few Hilton properties that I really didn't like. The last Hilton property that I stayed in was in Las Vegas. It was actually in the Lake Mead area. So it was like it was a resort kind of spa setup. Really nice. Excellent hotel. I mean, I had a real good trip there. So Hilton's starting to grow on me, but I have stayed in some Hiltons that I really didn't like. I stayed at one in Kauai. Would not recommend it. It's old building. Just was not a nice place to stay at all for the money. I mean, we're talking, it was $300 or $400 a night. Breakfast was like $27 for the breakfast, like buffet kind of style breakfast, but it wasn't anything nice. I mean, it was like, if I'm paying $27 for breakfast buffet, I'm expecting something really nice. And this was just like a standard kind of buffet. It wasn't anything elaborate or anything like that. So I don't know. I've had some bad experiences at Hilton. So that's kind of the only thing that I'm looking at. But it's definitely good to, I mean, you can get diamond status. That's great. And then you do a status match and move that diamond over to a Hyatt property, or so you can be a globalist at Hyatt, or you can move it over to Marriott and do a status match over there. So those are good. good opportunities there. So I don't know, maybe down the road, once I start really jumping into the Amex ecosystem, then maybe I'll consider doing that. But at this point right now, I don't know. I can pass on that. Get the Amex Platinum, and then maybe down the road look into getting that card. Okay, you're blacklisted Amex if you apply and are immediately denied. Okay. So that's how you know you're blacklisted. You get denied immediately, huh? So Julio, Jeremy, go get blacklisted. You get blacklisted by not repaying the bank. So it's because I owe them over $20,000, but they didn't give me the time to repay it, only 3 months. Okay, all right, so we're talking really about financial stuff here. Yeah, I just one thing that, and like I said, I'm not a financial advisor, but one thing that I do know that if you do want to get travel credit cards, make sure you're up on your bills. Like, make sure you don't owe anything. You don't want to start getting credit cards and owing money on even more credit cards. So if you're really in debt, then maybe travel credit cards aren't something that you should be considering. Maybe you should try to get all your debt down, and then after you do that, then start looking into getting these cards, because you don't want to just add more debt to the debt that you already have. Okay. All right. And let's see here. Let's look. You guys have any other questions, any other comments to make? Please post it in the chat now. If you're in here right now and you haven't hit the like button, please do so. And please subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that yet. We'll be doing live streams on Saturdays and Mondays. Okay, so on Mondays, we're going to talk more about just affordable travel. So I'll look at some different destinations. This week, we're going to look at Portugal. We're going to look at Lisbon, Portugal. We'll just look at that area. That's supposed to be one of the cheapest places to live in the world. So I'm interested to see. I kind of have I have an interest in all these places that are reasonably priced, like places that are affordable to live. And I don't know if it's because I can retire in 4 years and I'm kind of looking at, wow, where could I go and stay for maybe 6 months out of the year? That kind of stuff. I don't know if it's that. I don't know what it is, but I really like these places that are affordable travel destinations. One of the main reasons that I like that whole thing is because you can like the whole affordable travel, because your money goes so far and you can go to these destinations, have a really good time. Your money is just you can come back and be like, wow, I spent a real good time, had a real nice time in this destination, and I still have money in my pocket, so I can go on the next trip, that kind of thing. So I like that. And you guys all know I like going to Colombia. So when I go to Colombia, it's amazing because I can go out there. I don't have to worry about money. Like, in some places I've gone to, I went to Paris, I had to worry about money. Like, I had to think, wow, okay, I got to spend this and this and that, and then you come back and you're broke. But one thing about Colombia, every time I go out there, have a great time, do everything that I want to do, and then come home and I still have money in my pocket. So, and in some cases, I'm out there and I'm spending less money on my vacation than I spend if I'm just just out in where I live, going and doing errands and stuff like that. So that's pretty crazy, because you have to think about it. Okay, let's say it's a weekend and I go out to eat dinner. If I go out to eat dinner out here, and let's say it's a nice dinner, let's say it's a couple, me and a girlfriend, and we go out, we eat, and we spend, let's say $40, $40 or $50, right? If I'm in Colombia, that same thing, I'm spending half that. I'm spending maybe $20, $20 to $25 for that same experience. So now I can go out twice. In Colombia, I can go out twice, and it's the equivalent of going out once, one night, Saturday night. But now in Colombia, I can go out Saturday and Sunday and spend the equivalent. So, all right. Nika, what's going on? So you've been to Lisbon. Okay, that's good. We're going to talk about it on Monday. I'm interested in that destination. I love affordable living or affordable travel. Let's see. Oh, she was only there. You're only there for one day. Okay. You can still let us know just kind of the vibe that you got there. Rolo, I plan on going to Porto, Portugal soon. Okay, cool. Yeah, and I don't even know like I'm gonna look at everything like how much flights are and all that good stuff. It hasn't been on my radar, but I was doing some research and I saw that Lisbon is definitely one of those places that you should consider traveling to because it's very affordable and the lifestyle is a good lifestyle. Let's see. Okay, TC, what's going on with the Marriott branded hotel? I feel they are pretty good, especially the Renaissance. So Ellie's asking about what's going on with the Marriott branded hotels. I don't know if you're asking. Well, I don't really talk about Marriott much, and I just I don't know. I just don't. I don't usually transfer my points over to Marriott and stay at Marriott properties. That's another one, kind of like IHG. Marriott, you need a lot of points in order to stay free nights. So I like to use the least amount of points possible. So with Chase, I can transfer points over, but it's just I'm not getting. I don't feel that I'm getting a real good value. Plus, I do Hyatt or I do Airbnb. I've been doing a lot of Airbnb, and I know Marriott's talking about having something comparable to Airbnb. So we'll see how that rolls out, and we'll see what happens with that. But I like doing the Airbnbs as well. So it's either going to be a Hyatt property. If there's no Hyatt property, then I'm looking at Airbnb. Those are kind of my go-tos. Colombia is awesome. I was in Bogota last year, so that's Kenneth saying that. Yeah, Colombia is a nice spot, definitely. It's a hidden gem. I tell people this all the time. It is definitely a hidden gem. Like there's a lot out there, a lot of stuff that you can experience in Colombia, and your money just goes so far. It's like traveling to a destination and everything being 70% off, like U.S. prices, I guess you can say. And that's the way it feels. Like you get out there and $3-4 for a taxi ride across town. Food $5-6 for dinner and lunch. Breakfast you can get for like $4. It just amazes me how reasonably priced everything is in Colombia, and it's a safe place to travel to, which a lot of people don't know that, but it's a very safe place to travel. Have you ever transferred your points to a Chase airline partner? Yes, I have. I transfer to United all the time. That's kind of my go-to. So the trip that I just booked, or the trip that I just took to Colombia, I had points on because this is prior to me having the United Explorer card. I had points in Chase, transferred that 70,000 points over to United, and it's all through the portal. So if you just go on the Chase website, and I did a video about that. So if you guys check my videos out, let's see if I can't pull up exactly. I can't remember. I think the transfer was to Hyatt, but it's the same basic setup. But yeah, I just transferred the points directly over to United. It took about 5 minutes, and the points showed up on my United account. Of course, you have to have the accounts linked. And then once that was done, then I just got on. I booked my flight. And I needed 70,000 points. I just used the points that I had on there, and I was good to go. It doesn't take much time at all to do. Like it's really simple. United is the only airline that I've transferred to. I've transferred to United, and I've transferred to the Hyatt properties. But those are the only two. And a lot of cases, that's all you need. You don't really. I mean, if you really want to get creative, there are different ways where you might want to transfer your points to one airline, Singapore Air, to fly to Hawaii. You can kind of book it like that, or you can kind of do it like that. But those are kind of roundabout ways to do things. Let's see here. I'm trying to see if I can pull this video up for you guys real quick so you can see it. And let me know. Always let me know about like different things. Like I've changed my little thumbnails and all that good stuff. So let me know what you guys think about this stuff. Like if I'm doing different things, only because I'm trying to, get people to click on the videos and all that good stuff. And so I constantly change things. And the reason that I'm changing things is I want to see what works. Does this work? Does this work? Does this work better than this? That kind of stuff. My whole backdrop. Does this work better than the other backdrop that I use? Which I still have, by the way. I just haven't used it in a while. But I just want to know. So if you guys have any comments or anything like that, I don't take it personal or anything like that. But just let me know. Like David, let me know. Let me know last week that my audio sucked. That's fine. That's cool. Just let me know. Hey, the audio doesn't sound good. There's something wrong with it. So I can fine tune it and fix it. Right. One of the things that really bugged me is I did a bunch of videos. I shot a bunch of videos when I was in Colombia, and I did mainly. What I like to do is I'll shoot a lot of video, and then I'll put together. And when I'm shooting the video, I'll try to do some vlogging while I'm there, but for the most part, I try to put all these videos together and say, okay, I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about this. Jot everything down. And then one day I just sit down and I go over and kind of this setting like this where I'm just sitting down. I'm just talking about the videos. So I did all those, and I like to do them when I'm in Colombia or when I'm in my destination. It's a better feel, right? Like I'm in Colombia now and I'm talking about Colombia. So anyway, I shot all these videos, and the audio was just horrendous. And it wasn't, for whatever reason, I'm trying to figure everything out with my audio. I'm just using a wired lavalier mic, but I think the cord is just not a good cord. So it would be fine for a period, and then it would go into the static, a bunch of static. So it was just all messed up. So anyway, let me know about those things though, because I like to hear that. I just want to know if I'm on the right track or if I need to improve things. Okay. We were going to look at that video real quick, or find that video real quick. So yeah, doing the transferring points, very simple. Very simple. It's one of the easiest things you'll do, and it can be intimidating for people. You get all these points, and then you don't know how to use them, and because you don't know how to use them, you don't do anything with it, and you just let it sit there, and then it's not hard. It's very easy to do. Very easy. Okay. I'm just trying to find this real quick. Once I find the link, I'll post it for you guys. If you guys have any questions, please put it in the chat right now. And please hit the like button if you haven't done so already, so we can get more people in here to join in on the fun. Let's see. Wow, it's been a while since I've done this video. Over a year. I need to actually do another one because it's been so long. Okay. I don't know exactly where it is. Now, if you guys do not have a passport, I did a video about that as well. And get a passport. Just get one, even if you're not going to travel or you don't have any plans to travel. Get a passport, because for one, it's a second ID, so you have another ID, and you never know. You never know when you might want to travel somewhere, or let's say your friends are going somewhere. They're going to be traveling, and now you have a passport, so you're able to do it. You don't have to scramble at the last minute to try to get a passport. So yeah, I highly recommend getting a passport. And I did a video on just the 5 steps. It's 5 steps to get a passport. That's it. I mean, basically, you get online, you fill out the application and all that good stuff. It doesn't take very, very long. Yeah, Nika says it replaces a birth certificate. Yeah, so that's another thing, too. I mean, it shows your citizenship, right? So, yeah, I highly recommend getting a passport. Just get out and get one, even if you're not planning on traveling. And you start thinking, like, when I got a passport, I started thinking about travel. I started thinking about, well, you know what? I can go here or I can go there. And so it just makes it worth it, right? Mark, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, buddy. Okay, let's see. Okay, so I posted the link there. Now that's the transfer. So that'll show you exactly how to transfer points. I think it was Hyatt that I transferred the points over to. But it's the same basic setup where you just link the accounts. And once the accounts are linked, then you can just transfer the points freely over there. and it only takes like 5 minutes and your points are there. So it's a good setup. Now, what I recommend is don't transfer your points over to United first. Get on United, find your flight, find all your details, and then go over to Chase and then transfer the points over. That way you know exactly how many points that you need and you know it's available, because you can't transfer points back and forth. So once I transfer points over to United, it's in United. I can't transfer it back from United to the Ultimate Rewards portal. So you want to make sure when you transfer those points over, you're ready to book your flight. All right. And the first time that I ever transferred points, I was a little nervous. So I just transferred 1,000 points. 1,000 points just to see if it worked. I don't want to transfer all my points and then they're all gone. And it's like, oh shoot, where'd they go? They went to the wrong account or something. So I transferred 1,000, and then once that 1,000 hit, then I transferred the rest. So you might want to try that first at your first time. Now I know it's linked, so there should be no problems, and so I just transfer it all. Okay, let's see. Kenneth, will 106,000 New York get me a business class ticket to Europe? One way. It'll get you a one-way ticket. It's not going to get you round trip. Let's look at this real quick here now that you asked, Kenneth. So what you should look at is this Award Hacker website. And I'll open this up so you guys can see what I'm looking at here. And where are you coming from, Kenneth? Let's see. So Award Hacker. Yeah, just let me know where you're flying from, and we'll just put that on there. And where you're flying to, I guess, would help as well. But I know my last trip to Europe, when I went to Paris, it was it was like 75,000 or 70,000 points one way. That was first class ticket. So Award Hacker, this is a site that I go to, and it gives me a lot of information as far as where I can transfer my points to, and how many points I'm going to need to book the travel. Now, with Award Hacker, there are no guarantees on this. I'll just do Los Angeles while we're waiting. I don't know if he replied yet, but if he hasn't, then let's see. Okay, so MCO to Brussels. Okay. So MCO, and then we're going to Brussels. We'll just put all airports. All right, so Award Hacker, you want to fly business class. We'll put business class, and we'll just leave all this stuff the same, and we'll put high to off-peak. That's fine. And now it will spit out the different point values. So you might find that, okay, so here you have points here, but this is and you're gonna need to transfer your points over to these different airlines, right? And Ultimate Reward points, obviously you see it's SPG, so you don't have Ultimate Rewards for this. You don't have Ultimate Rewards until you get down to, just so you know, I'll go over everything so you guys kind of see what I'm looking at here. So you have the airline here, you have the 65,000 points, right? And it has one stop. It's operated by American Airlines. Okay, so that means that when you do your flight, you're going to book it on JAL and you're going to fly in American Airlines. Okay, now you need SPG points in order to do that. Okay, and so that's what all this means. So you have Ultimate Reward points, so you're going to have to move down, and you're going to have to move down quite a few spaces here to use your Ultimate Reward. So if you have Amex cards, you can use the membership reward points here, thank you points here, so you can book it for 80,000 points if you have that, right? All right, so let's move on down. Okay, Ultimate Rewards is the first one. So we're looking at United and 120,000 points. That's for a round trip ticket. So that's the lowest that we have. And if we break it down, let's see what we're looking at. Okay, and it will give you the links. It'll tell you everything. Basically, if you're flying United, it's the simplest way to do it because all you need to do is transfer your points directly over to United. Now, this is not a guarantee because what you don't put in there is your dates that you're flying out. Okay, so you have to look. They're showing you the lowest available, right? That's what they're showing you. The lowest available anytime in the future, pretty much. So you're gonna have to narrow it down. So you'll put the dates that you're flying out, and then it will show you, okay, this is exactly how many points that you'll need, right? So you can do it for as low as 120,000, I guess, if that answers your question. What's going on, Rule? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. All right. So hope that answers your question. You just have to do a little bit of research, but that, in a sense, shows you if you have membership reward points, you can do it for a lot less. Okay, 40,000 less points. So this would be one of those deals if I'm planning a trip, and let's say it's 6 months down the road. Well, I might start looking into getting an American Express card because with a good sign-up bonus, because I know I can use that card in order to fly a round trip business class with that. So you kind of have to work things around. Now, with these, like I said, or I kind of mentioned it before, I have to be able to transfer my points over to that airline. So it's a foreign airline, so it's JAL airline. I have to transfer my points over there and then book my flight on their website, and then it will say, okay, you're going to be flying American Airlines. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. But you have to kind of go a roundabout. You don't book directly with American Airlines. You're going to have to go a roundabout in order to get that. Okay, Alaska Airlines is always good when it comes to business class flights. Usually it's around 50,000 points. That's flying to if you want to fly to Asia, if you want to fly to Europe, you can do it for 50,000 one way, and that's a business class, first class seat. Okay, so those points are pretty valuable. Alaska points are pretty good. Okay, so I hope that answers your question. And you see, this is just a breakdown for everything. Another thing that I do too, I like to look at. So if I want to book a flight, I'm going to look on Seat Guru. I want to see what my plane looks like. So I want to know like what type of first class is this? Because I don't want to get out there. I don't want to spend 70,000 points, or in this case, 60,000 points one way and then 60,000 points back if it's not a nice first class experience or business class experience. So I want to make sure I'm spending my points wisely and I'm getting the good bang for my buck. So good examples, flying to Colombia. I already knew 35,000 points, that first class experience, or the business class, I should say, business class experience wasn't going to be that nice. Like it was going to be just a kind of a larger seat. It wasn't going to be anything spectacular. But I already knew that going in. So 35,000 points, okay, yeah, it's worth it. I'll go ahead and do it. But if I'm spending 60,000 points or 70,000 points, I want to make sure I get the lie flat seat. I want to get a good experience. So something else to look at. Okay, let's see. We'll go back to the chat here. So I hope that answers your question, Kenneth. Let's see. I skipped a few questions here, so let's back up a little bit. Okay. Stefan's asking, have I traveled to Asian countries? I have traveled to Thailand. I just went to Thailand last year in August. Had a good time. Food, I wasn't really digging the food. That's just me. Maybe I'm just picky when it comes to food. But yeah, the food didn't really sit well with me. But everything else was great. The rest of the experience was excellent. Thailand has some of the most beautiful beaches I've ever seen. You go to some of these islands and the beaches are just they're amazing beaches. So I would recommend Thailand, Stefan, if you haven't gone there. I stayed in Phuket. I was there for about 11 days, and I was there for the whole time. But what I did find out, what I didn't know prior to going to Thailand is you kind of you're going to have to move around. You're going to want to move around. This is a great place for like backpackers, people that stay in hostels and stuff like that. I don't do that. Like I want to stay in a hotel. When I was there, we stayed at the Hyatt Place in Phuket, in Patong Beach, and it was a great experience. Like the hotel was amazing. Hyatt Place, category 1 or 2, wasn't anything higher than a 2. I know that. Nice, clean hotel. It was like $50 a night, so I had my room. My buddy had his own room. We had the adjoining rooms, and you get free breakfast every morning. The spread was pretty good. I mean, they had stuff out there. They usually had some. They had a few dishes that they had there, and then it was a good setup. It was a good setup with the breakfast. And then what I really liked about the place. And I always tell you guys the Airbnbs, I like staying in Airbnbs because they have the washer, dryer, all that good stuff. Right outside the Hyatt Place Hotel, right when you walk down, they had, and they have these laundry services all over, but they had they had a couple of laundry services right there. So literally walk across the street, there's a laundry service. And they charged, it was probably $9 or $10, and they washed all of my clothes. So when we got there, after a few days, it was like probably 5 days, so halfway in, washed all my clothes. And then prior to me leaving, going back home, I washed all my clothes again. And the reason I did that is because they wash it and they fold it and they pack it. So I already had everything set up. All I needed to do is get my clothes washed. They pack everything, and I just throw it in my suitcase. I didn't have to pack my luggage or anything like that. So it was a good experience. Okay, but that's the only country that I've been to. I do want to travel to some more countries in Asia, but I have to fly business class or first class. I can't fly economy. I flew economy on the way back. It was the toughest 10-hour flight that I've ever flown on. The flight up, I flew business class on United. It was the Polaris, and it was good. I was able to. You had the lie flat seat. I can lay down, take a nap, all that good stuff. So the experience is so much better when you're flying business class because that's a tough flight in economy. Okay. Let's see, Nika, cool. Okay. Okay, so Julio's talking about Award Hacker. Yeah, I advise jump on Award Hacker. Now, there's no guarantee when you check on when you get on Award Hacker. There's no guarantee that's how many points you're going to use. Like I said, you're not putting in specific dates. All they're showing you is this is what the cheapest available point structure is if you want to book it through this airline. So that's all they're telling you. Let's see. Okay. Let's just move through some of these questions. If you have any questions specifically for me, just put at TEC, and then I'll answer those questions for you. Okay, so Nika was talking about the passport. Yeah. Okay, which hotel brand is the best all over the U.S.? That's subjective. It's whatever you like. Like for me personally, I like Hyatt, but some people might not like Hyatt, and Hyatt's not everywhere. And there's some drawbacks, and there's some positive and negatives to all these different hotel chains. But for me, that's what I like. I like Hyatt. Ken is saying Hyatt. Mark's saying awesome. Stefan, Mark, what do you mean by best? Most numerous, most luxurious. Okay. Yeah, that's good that you asked that, Stefan. Like, well, what are you considering best? Like, is it as far as the footprint? Do they have the most hotels, the nicest hotels? Yeah, you need to know all that information. Okay, most luxurious. Yeah, and Hyatt is not going to be your most luxurious. They do have some luxurious properties, but it's not going to be. I mean, you have the Maldives. They have some. I think actually Hyatt does have some property out there too, but you have some of those hotels out there that are really luxurious. I think IHG has some property out there, even though I don't really recommend IHG. If you're going to the Maldives, yeah, IHG, they have those. You've seen the ones that they go out on the actual beach on the water, so you're like over the water. Those little bungalow things that they have. So yeah, they have some pretty nice setups. But I'm not looking for all the luxurious stuff when I travel. I'm really not, unless I'm traveling it's my honeymoon or I'm traveling with with a girlfriend or something like that, then yeah, it's a little different. You might want to have a little better, nicer, luxurious thing. But right now, I'm traveling solo. I'm single. I want to get out there and enjoy the destination that I'm traveling to, and I'm not really trying to enjoy my hotel experience. I was thinking about getting the Hyatt card. So that's Mark saying that. Yeah, the Hyatt card is a good card. That World of Hyatt card is good. It's definitely something worth considering. Comparing it to some of the other hotel branded cards, I would think the World of Hyatt ranks up there at the top. Let's see, Nika. I have links. Probably Four Seasons for most luxurious. The chain that has the most luxurious would probably be the Hilton, in my opinion. So that's just Stefan saying that. Let's see. I like Hyatt card. They are just taking a really long time to give me my points. Maybe you didn't get your points, Nika. Maybe you didn't hit that minimum spend. One thing that I did this time with this United Explorer card is I actually called them just to confirm that I hit the minimum spend. This is the first time that I've done that, because usually like 5,000, I find that 5,000 is kind of that's my limit. Like I usually spend about that in 3-month period on a normal spending, my normal spending. So I hit it with about a week left before that 3 months ended. So I made sure I called them just to confirm, hey, I just want to know, did I hit that minimum spend? And they told me that I did. And that's probably a good thing for you to do anyway. Just call them and let them know. Usually with the other cards, if it's 3,000 or even 4,000, like I'm already done. I still have a month to go. So I don't even have to call. I just check my account, and usually the next billing cycle, they will give you the points. So that's been the practice. I didn't have to call, but this time I called just to make sure. And sure enough, yeah, I hit it, and the points are already in my account. I just checked it, was it a couple days ago? So, and I just hit the minimum spend. So I hit the minimum spend on like the 19th or 20th, and my last day was the 26th of April. And so I just checked it a couple days ago, and yeah, the points were on there already. Okay, let's move on down here. Okay, so Nika's asking where I stayed in Phuket, and I think I stayed at the Hyatt Place. Nice hotel. Let me just show you this real quick. I will do a video on Monday, not this Monday, but in the future, just on Phuket, because that's another affordable travel destination. I mean, it costs a lot to get. Well, it can cost you a lot if you don't use points. It will cost you a pretty penny to get out there. It's not like right around the corner. So it's a long flight, and it does cost some money to get out there. But once you get there, everything is reasonable. Everything is reasonably priced except for the taxis. For whatever reason, the taxis are expensive. I just don't understand it. But yeah, the taxis are ridiculously expensive. When I say ridiculous, it's not ridiculous. In our prices in the U.S., yeah, it's not ridiculous. But to take, like, they have these little tuk-tuks and just regular cabs, you don't have to go far, and you're paying like $9 or $10. Whereas like I said, in Colombia, it's $3-4, and you can travel across town. These tuk-tuks want to take you 5 minutes away, and they want to charge you $9. And of course, you're haggling with them, but still, when they start that high, it's like, this is ridiculous. And some of them wouldn't take me. Like, some of them would refuse. They wouldn't take me. Like, they'd say 300 baht, and I'm like, oh, no, not 300 baht. I'll pay 150 baht. And they're like, no, they won't take me. They'll just keep going. So yeah, that's one thing. The taxis were pretty expensive in my opinion. Okay, so this is a Hyatt Place. This is where I stayed in Phuket, Thailand. So nice setup. The only thing is these stairs. The elevators are really strange there. Okay, so you walk up, and this is just so you know. Like, first off, with the luggage, The way they have the luggage, and well, let's see if we can go to some pictures here. I can show you better. The way they have the luggage set up is they take you in a cart around the back with your luggage. So you don't have to pull your luggage up the stairs, because they have stairs. Like you have to walk up like 2 or 3 flights of stairs in order to get up to where the elevator is, which is weird, right? They don't have the elevator at the ground floor. And when you actually walk into the Hyatt place there, this is the area where you dine. Let's see if I can get some better pictures here. Yeah, the pictures aren't very good. Not really showing me anything. Okay, we'll just go back to this one. All right, so you see these stairs here, and then these stairs here. Actually, this is the other side here. Yeah, okay. So basically, you walk in, you go up these stairs, you go up these stairs, you go up these stairs, and you walk over here, go up these stairs, and then come over here, you go up these stairs, these stairs, these stairs, and then there's an elevator in here, and that takes you up. So it's a lot of walking in order to get to that point. So if you have your luggage, you don't want to have to pull your luggage up all day, because there's no elevator, there's nowhere to pull your luggage, so you have to pull your luggage up the stairs. So what they do is they have these carts, these little golf carts, and they take you around the back, and then they'll take you up to the level where you can catch the elevator. So they take you all the way around back, and you catch the elevator there. So just something to know. And it wasn't just that place. There was I stayed at the Hyatt Regency also when I was in Phuket. I stayed there for a couple of days. Same thing. They had to take a golf cart to take you up. That was a much nicer property, but much older property, and the location was not very good. It's a good place. The Hyatt Regency was a good place. It was far away from everything. It wasn't by Patong Beach. Patong Beach is where you want to be if you're in Phuket, because that's where all the action is. That's where Bangla Road is. That's where all the clubs and bars and all that stuff, it's all right there. If you're staying at the Hyatt Regency, you're going to be about 45 minutes away from that area. And it's good for like honeymoon, I guess, if you just want to be to yourself and just kind of enjoy the hotel and not be around a lot of activity, then it's good. But other than that, it's not that good. John Campbell, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that, buddy. All right. So yeah, this is the hotel here, and nice property. Very nice. Even walking up, like this is the front desk, but right behind, like right in front of this, when you walk up, it's outdoor. So when you walk up, you have to go upstairs to walk up. So you can't even bring your luggage up. I mean, you can, but you have to drag your luggage up the stairs. And it's probably maybe about 10 to 15 steps. So yeah, it's kind of weird. The whole setup was weird because and I'm very anal about my luggage because I have a lot of camera equipment. So I had a lot of my camera equipment, and I picked it up and walked it up there because I didn't want to have my luggage down at the bottom of the stairway and then walk up and book all my stuff. I didn't want to do that. So yeah, but it's definitely a nice hotel. And you see, this is, I don't even know. I should find out what category this is. But it's definitely, it's like a category 2 at the most. This is a Patong Beach here. Really nice beach. And that's right outside. Literally, you can walk there in 3 minutes. This is pretty much where you are from your hotel. So this is a Patong Beach right here. And you just walk down this little roadway right here. And it takes 3 minutes, really. It doesn't. It's not. This actually looks further than what it is. When you're down there, you just walk around the corner and you're right there at the beach. The good thing about it too is Bangla Road is right here. So you have Bangla Road here, and that's where all the bars and clubs are. And it gets pretty loud, but you can't hear it from the hotel, which is weird. So I'm close enough to see the lights and stuff, but I can't really hear much from where I am. So that's good too. So you can kind of come up here if you want to relax and go to sleep. And let's say you want to make it an early night because you have to get up early in the morning or what have you to do an excursion or whatever. You can go back to the hotel and get some sleep. You don't have to worry about being disrupted at night. This is her pool. Pool's pretty nice. A nice little setup with the pool there. All right, so just wanted to kind of give you that. Go off on a little side note there, but I will do a video on Phuket, because I think it's a great destination if you for family. It's perfect because there's so much when it comes to Thailand. There's so much to do in Thailand. I know I talk about Colombia a lot, but as far as things to do, Thailand has a lot of stuff. You can go see the elephants. You can all these different shows that they have going on. Everything is relatively reasonable. So your money goes so far there once you get there. Now, flying out there, yeah, you're going to pay a little bit to get out there. But once you get there, you can have a really good experience. Okay. Let's see. Probably Four Seasons. All right, we looked at that. Okay. Braveheart. Meet and greet TEC. Make it happen. I'm willing to fly anywhere. Cool. Yeah, I guess we could do a meet and greet at some point. That would be nice. Let's keep working on the stuff we're doing now, do the live stream and the Facebook group and all that. And then in the future, we can do some type of, I'd love to do like a travel meet and greet though, like where we're in some destination and do a meet and greet. That would be cool. What's going on, Hip? How you doing? Well, basically today we're just talking about travel credit cards. So we were just pulling up some different credit cards, talking about the benefits of those credit cards. And in the future, this is the way we're going to have it. Instead of me just putting out, okay, we're going to talk about this credit card. When you guys come on, you guys let me know, hey, what's the travel credit card of today? And we'll just kind of put it out there, and then whoever picks whatever, then we'll start looking at some of those cards. Maybe look at two cards. I don't want to get too crazy with looking at a bunch of them, but take two cards that you guys recommend us looking at, and then we'll look at them. The good thing is we'll have people on here that might have the card already, so they can give you kind of their personal experience. If I have the card, I'll give you my personal experience, but we'll also look at what they have on their website and see some of the benefits of the cards. There are a lot of cards that I don't even really look at because I already know kind of like, yeah, I don't think I'll be interested in that card. But they might have some real good perks that either aren't advertised or we just don't know about. But people have the card and they use it and they say, hey, yeah, you know what? I use this. It works for me. It has this benefit. It has that benefit, and all that good stuff. So that's what we're going to do. So on Saturdays when we come in, we're going to do the live stream that way. So it's not going to be up front. I'm going to tell you, we're going to talk about this card. We're going to just pick it from what you guys want to look at. Okay. Headed to San Diego in late August, meet and greet. San Diego meet and greet, late August. Let's see, will I be here? I don't know exactly my plans in August. I know I'm going out of I know I will be in Colombia in August. But I don't know how long I'll be in Colombia, so I don't know if I'll be here at that time. I know I'll be in August. I'll be in Colombia for sure, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay. Okay, so Ron's asking which Amex transfer partners do I think is the most appealing? I don't have any Amex cards, so I don't use their transfer partners, but let's see. We'll look at the transfer partners there and see. Now, one of the things about transfer partners is you might see transfer partners, you might think, well, there's no way I would ever use there's no way I would ever fly on Singapore Air, okay? And that might be a transfer partner. So you're thinking, that doesn't mean anything to me. But you can still use Singapore Air by transferring your points over there and then flying on a U.S. carrier. Because what they all do is they all have their alliances. You have the Star Alliance, you have One World, and you have Delta, which I always forget Delta's partnership. But they all have their different partners, right? And so that means that I can fly on, I can book my airfare on one airline and fly on a partner. Okay, so just like I was showing you guys earlier with the let's see, it's not coming out. Just like I was talking to you earlier when we were on the Ward Hacker, and I was looking at JAL airline, and you can book your points on JAL and then fly on on another air carrier. When I was showing you guys that, fly on American Airlines, that's because they're partners. So you can book on this airline, but fly on this airline. And so you might look at the partners and say, well, these transfer partners don't mean anything to me. Like, I want the legacy carriers. I want Delta, United, and American Airlines. Those are the ones that I want. You don't necessarily need those. You could still fly on American Airlines, but you can do it through flying on a foreign carrier. Okay. I was hoping that I could just pull it up to see all the different transfer partners, American Express membership rewards. Okay, so here we go. So let me open this up so you guys can take a look at it real quick. Okay, so with American Airline or American Express, if you have the American Express membership reward points, and this is on, what are we looking at here? Let's give them, Million Mile Secrets. This is their blog here. I believe are they a part of, I don't think they're a part of Boarding Area. Maybe they're not. Okay. So if we're looking here, these are the airline partners, okay? So you have Aer Lingus, Aeromexico, Air Canada, Italia, ANA. So you have all these different ones. Avianca's one that interests me because Avianca, I can fly to Colombia with them, but I can use Avianca with the Star Alliance United. So I can fly on United basically. I can use Avianca points and fly on United. In some cases get a pretty good deal. So you have Emirates, Etihad. So you have all these different airlines that are tied in. Now what they're showing you here is this 1-to-1. So you want 1-to-1 if possible. You want to try to get the most value when you transfer your points. You don't want to transfer your points and get less value. Okay, so those are pretty much the partners. Now my opinion, there are some pretty good partners in here. Like I was saying, Avianca, that gives you some real good value when it comes to transferring and flying on United Airlines. So you have JetBlue here. You're not going to get 1-to-1 with them, but you still get it's close to 1-to-1. And then you see here it is instant for a lot of these. Some of them say 48 hours, but most of them are instant. Flying Blue, that's another Air France KLM. That's another good place to send your points and then work out good deals that way. I hope that answers your question. Like I said, I don't use membership reward points. The points that I'm using are the ultimate reward points. In the future, I will be using membership reward points, and I can give you a better opinion about the points. Let's see. Okay, so Nika saying the Amex Gold and Platinum is a really good combo. I would agree with you 100%. The Gold and Platinum, they complement each other really well in the U.S. If you're out of the country, then yeah, you're going to probably want to use a different card because you're not going to get the maximum value with that Amex Gold card, grocery stores and restaurants. But in the U.S., as a point earner, yeah, you're going to really maximize. And that would be my combo. So if I'm getting the Amex Platinum, I'm not just going to get the Amex Platinum. I'm getting the Amex Platinum and I'm getting the Amex Gold, and I'm using both those cards together because that makes sense. It doesn't make sense if I don't do that. Okay. All right. So any other questions, guys, please put it in the chat now. If you have any comments, also put it in the chat. Please hit the like button if you haven't done so already. And please subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get, I'm 100 subscribers from 5,000. So I want to reach that milestone. And so please subscribe to the channel. And I'll be putting out a video a day, as well as we'll be doing live streams on Saturday and Monday. And so I don't know how long I'm going to keep this video a day thing, but I have a lot of videos that I'm revamping all of my travel credit card videos. So we're going to just revamp them for 2019. I think it's good, and I'll probably do this every year, actually, because cards are changing so fast now with the sign-up bonuses and with the benefits. Usually, and we saw last year, we saw several cards, the Amex Gold, the Citi Prestige, even the Amex, even the Chase Sapphire Reserve changed their benefits. Some for the good, some for the bad. So you see all the changes. And so in order to keep up on those, I think every year doing it, just going over some of the major cards, not every card not review every card out there, but review some of the major cards and just do a 2019 version, do a 2020 version. That way we can incorporate the sign-up bonuses and all that good stuff. So let me know. Please check out those videos and let me know what you think of the videos. And always just leave me a hi if you want to put in the comments or just anything, just so I know you're watching, especially people who are in my Facebook or in the Facebook group or, so I know, okay, yeah, this person saw my video, because we don't know who watches our videos, right? So it could be a bunch of people who are maybe new to the channel and that stuff, or it could be people who are on the channel. So if you are on the channel already and you're in my live streams and all that good stuff, just let me know you're there, just by saying hello. That way, in the future, and I remember, like, I'm getting old, but I still remember, I still remember names. So I'll remember you if you've been in the live streams before. So just let me know. What's going on, TJ? How you doing? TJ from Be More. All right, that's the WhatsApp group. Just realized that. How's the Premiere Pro going, man? I know you you didn't send me anything. Maybe you did, but I've been on the live stream, so I didn't see it. But yeah, we'll talk about that Premiere Pro later. I know I might have given you too much to handle right now, but hopefully you can figure it out. We'll work through it. It's not that hard. Once you get it going, it's not that hard. All right. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Let's see. I'll click that there. Okay, let me know if you guys have anything else. Yeah, don't give up. Don't give up, TJ. You'll be fine, man. Like the hardest part, to put it this way, it basically just, I'm talking to him, but you guys don't even know what I'm talking about. So if you guys have used Premiere Pro before, it's editing software. It's pretty, how can I say it? It looks a little more complicated than what it is, but it's the best. If you want to do editing, it's the best editing software to use. And the reason that I say that is because it's hard when you first start out. You're gonna struggle because it's gonna look. You have to learn the whole process, right, of editing. You can learn on a professional end editing platform, or you can learn on the beginner platforms. You learn on the beginner platforms. The only problem with that is you're gonna hit a ceiling, and when you hit that ceiling, then you're gonna end up having to jump into something more professional. And so it's better just to start off with the professional right away. That's the way I look at it. Start off with the professional. That way you're using what the standard professionals are using. And so if you do want to increase and make some real professional looking work in the future, you already know the software. So I and Braveheart Sim Final Cut Pro. Final Cut used to be like the standard, but Premiere now, in my opinion, Premiere is the standard. And it's what most people are using now. So I just think learning that is the best way to go. I used to use this software called Vegas Pro, and I used that forever. And I got to that point where I hit that ceiling, and then I had to jump over to something else. And that's when I jumped over to Premiere Pro. It just didn't allow me to do a lot of the things that I wanted to do. And also, when you look at tutorials and stuff like that, the beauty of using Premiere Pro is you have a ton of and Final Cut Pro is the same way. You have a ton of tutorials on YouTube about how to do everything on there. Whereas Vegas Pro, you're going to have some, but you're not going to have as many. And everything is geared toward Premiere Pro as far as the add-ons and all that good stuff. So anyway, don't give up. Don't give up, TJ. We'll get through it. We'll get you through it. All right. Let's see the transitions. Oh my God. I'm sorry, Braveheart. I'm sorry. Okay. LA, I've been at Amex since 2015, but I only have an everyday card until I got the gold this January, platinum in 2000 in March. Okay. So you guys are answering each other's question. Okay. How do I say that? Habisha? Habisha? What's going on? I have the Sapphire Preferred and the Amex Platinum. Should I keep this combo? Well, I mean, they don't really work together, but keeping both cards, you have benefits on both those cards that you can definitely utilize. But they're not like a combo in a sense. Like a combo to me is the Amex Gold and the Amex Platinum, where they kind of play off each other. Both good cards. The preferred, I mean, it's a good beginner card. Amex Platinum, I would definitely keep. I would probably, I don't know. At some point, I would want to upgrade that preferred to a reserve. That's just me, just to kind of really round out, get 3 points for every dollar on travel. So like that would be for your hotel stays, and then with the Amex Platinum, you use Amex Platinum for your airline bookings. So that's kind of the way that I would look at that. If I had those two cards, I would probably want to upgrade that to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But definitely both good cards. HD chillin', what's going on, buddy? Thank you for the super chat, man. I appreciate it. Let's see. American Airlines will not let me upgrade seats until 48 hours before a flight. Yeah. It. You know what? You know what's really bad, Hardy, that you bring that up. Like one of the drawbacks of like if you're booking, let's say I'm flying or I'm not flying United, but I transfer my points over United, but I'm flying on Avianca and I'm going to Colombia. They don't let you pick your seats. And that bothers me because I like to pick my seat. You can't pick your seat. You have to get to the airport, and then they'll give you the available seat. So that's one thing that I don't like. But American Airlines, I've had some problems with them in the past. I've kind of moved on, and I'm now on United. I'm pretty much set on that. But yeah, that sucks. That sucks, especially upgrading. Like you're upgrading the seat. You want to pay a little extra, and you can't even do that. Yeah. So where are you flying to, Hardy? Are you flying to Colombia or are you flying somewhere else? Okay, let's see. Amex has an Adobe offer. Spend $10+, get up to 10. Wait. Get back 10 up to 3 times. I don't know what you're saying, Nika. You get something back. That's all I know with Adobe and Amex. That's cool. That's cool to know. I didn't even know that. I pay like a subscription fee with Adobe. It's like I'm paying like $52 a month, but I get all of the different apps that they have there. Okay. And in the future, I'm even thinking, this is down the road, but I'm trying to keep everything travel here. And I know I tried to jump into some photography stuff, and I still do want to talk a little bit about travel photography. But I think I'm going to move to another channel and have another channel as well. So I have this channel, plus I have a cycling channel as well, but have another channel that's just editing, video editing, photo editing, cameras, all that stuff, just so I can kind of split everything up because I don't like doing everything together. Oh, so you're going to Cancun, Mexico in June. Cool. Yeah, that would be a nice trip. You know, Ace is out there right now. I'm sure you've seen some of his videos. Let's see. Okay, so Nick is saying that let's see, that Amex offers. Wait, Amex has offers like Chase. Okay, yeah. And then you need to learn editing. Yeah, so that's what I'm thinking. I want to have like a separate channel where I just talk about just video, because I have all that stuff, and I even have some of it on this channel, but I don't want to mix everything together. I want to have things separate, and so that's what I want to do, because I start talking about that stuff and people don't want to hear it, then they're gone. Just like now, they leave the chat. So same thing. Okay, so you guys have any other questions or any other concerns or anything like that before we take off here? I appreciate everybody stopping by, though. I think we had a pretty good chat today. But the whole time thing, I'm really going to try to figure that out, because I noticed I started at 4, didn't have very many people for the first like hour. And then after that, then it jumped up, and then we had We got up to like 20, 22 people. So I want a good time where we have a nice audience, right? Because the audience means everything as far as helping each other out. So don't know if I'm going to keep doing the 4, maybe do a little later on, maybe do 7 o'clock again. I don't know. We're talking Pacific Standard Time. But I want to just do a time that works for most people. So let me know what you guys think when it comes to that. You can let me know in the comments. You can jump on our Facebook group and let me know there. But definitely I want to keep everything going. So I want to get it out to the most people possible. When I was doing it at 7 Pacific Standard Time, there were more people that were showing up. So I want to make sure that we keep it like that. I want to get the most people in here as possible. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions? Think about us on the East Coast. Yeah, HD chilling. Yeah, I'm thinking about you guys, and that's why I moved it to 4. And then I had some people in the chat earlier that were saying, yeah, 4. That's 7 o'clock on the East Coast. Most people are kind of, in transition at 7. They're either eating dinner or just getting back from wherever. So that was kind of a excuse me. That was kind of a bad time. And plus, the people on the West Coast, 4 o'clock, most people are, they're in transition too. They're doing things and stuff. Plus, we have summer coming up, so it's going to be even more active around that time. So I don't know. We'll have to figure it out, but I might move the time up just a little bit and just kind of see what works. This whole thing is a whole, test, right? So I'm testing out everything. Like I first started, I was doing 3 days, and then I moved it back down to 2 days. I think that works a little bit better. And then as far as the times, we're going to have to see what works when it comes to that. All right. Does anybody have any other questions or anything? If not, then we're going to go ahead and go for today, and we'll be back on Monday. So Monday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and we'll be talking about affordable travel, Lisbon, Portugal. That's what we'll be talking about. All right. So with that being said, thank you guys all for stopping by. Super chats, I appreciate it. Hardy, thank you. I appreciate it. Let's see who else we have. Super chat from John. I appreciate that. Rule, thank you for the super chat. Mark, thank you for the super chat. David, thank you for the super chat. Thank you guys all for stopping by and joining in. And we'll be back on next Saturday. And we'll be back on Monday, and then we'll be back on next Saturday. All right. Talk to you guys later. Bye.